And we are live. Let's get the Twitters and the B-Skies and all of that jazz going. For the time is now. Hello, Internet. And welcome back to the Rough Drafts Competes streams. I am, of course, Chase Redshirt King Wassenaar, and I am here today to show off a game that I love very much. A game that I won the Premier League Challenge on in my main save file. And as a result, it is now time to push myself. It is now time to give myself the truest challenge and win on Hell difficulty. Now, Hell difficulty is the hardest difficulty this game has to offer. And I have not really challenged it before. I did play a couple test games to kind of see how it would work in the early game and to make sure a couple additions that I've made ultimately worked well for us. I am happy to say that they did. And I'm happy to say that at least from my early testing, I am feeling pretty darn good about where we're going to start. Now, where we end up, we're going to have to see. But I think getting ourselves set up while we wait for people to stop by is the right call. So let me just show you what Hell difficulty is. For those of you who are not familiar with Esports Godfather, maybe you missed the last stream. Esports Godfather is a combination of a card game and an esports management game. I think I'm going to turn the music down just a little bit more. And you really need to put both skills to the test if you're going to win on Hell difficulty. Because unlike on other difficulties, the AI continues to grow substantially over the course of the season. And they're already strong when they start. And the AI is better at playing cards and managing their skill sets. And you have a harder time mastering champions. So you're not going to be able to just level up everything and have this immaculate pool. You're going to have to be more precise in what you pick and more willing to make some sacrifices in terms of what you are able to take on from a depth perspective. Attributes are going to be hard. Enlightenments are going to be harder to make happen. Followers are going to be harder to accomplish. Hero Mastery, the AI is going to keep getting better faster than you are. Yeah, this is going to be a challenge. Now, I'm not going to create custom initial athletes, and I'm going to have a minimum amount of rerolls that I can have. Though, in all reality, because of a mod that I have installed, I don't really want to reroll a whole bunch anyway. Because if I reroll too much, I'll go back to the standard pool of characters. And that's not the theming that we're going with today. I do think it's unfortunate Hell difficulty will not allow me to set my playstyle. I can't tell my jungler where to gank in the early game, nor can I tell my players where to when to recall and what percentage of health they need to head back to base. I honestly think that's a bit of a shame. Because, you know, if you're coaching, as someone who coached a team, albeit an amateur one, you do typically have the ability to tell your team these things and pick and ban, right? They're not coming out of the ether. But the game wants to make it harder for you. It is Hell difficulty after all. So I suppose I can't be surprised that they're trying to limit as much agency as I can have as possible. And yeah, there are some interesting things here. I will not have a chance to veto any new rule coming in. I have no agency over how much variety we're going to have in terms of the rule set. And I also won't have a lot of say in terms of variety of equipment. I'm going to have to just kind of make do with what we have. Equipment is one of those mechanics to this point I've kind of let be resolved in the background. I've let the computer tell me what they think is the right item for each of my characters. But given that we're going to have less equipment in each version of the game, that might need to change. Now, another thing I wish Hell Difficulty didn't take away from us is the ability to change the format. I, for one, think it would be just as difficult for me to have a best of 3 regular season, I should say, instead of best of 1s, and a best of 5 playoffs instead of best of 3. Wait, hold on. Did it actually let me change that? Huh. So that's interesting. It will let me change that. Okay. I'm actually going to keep it at best of 1 for the regular season just for the sake of streaming this. I have a feeling y'all don't want to watch me play somewhere between 12 and 18 games before we even get into the lower tier of seasons, let alone the major ones. But as long as I can accomplish all the achievements, I am 100% going to go to best of 5s throughout the playoffs. Now, I also have the ability to randomize which teams I am playing. The game inherently says, look, we'll start you with the weakest opponent and work your way up over the course of the season. Eduardo, yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. I am hoping to be quite the Godfather today, though maybe, given the team concept I have in mind, Godfather is not the right word. Ooh, spoilers? Not really. It's not really a narrative thing going on, but I do think you're going to like what I have in mind here, because I did download a mod, and it is going to allow me to have a theme, and we love a good theme at the Rough Drafts Podcast Network. But yeah, I'm gonna let this be classic. I'm gonna let them handle things. Offer them a contract they can't refuse. Funny you say that. They just announced today, in terms of things that they're working on, contracts are going to be much more fleshed out in future updates. As of right now, I believe that people basically just stick around as long as you want them on the team. As long as you don't put them up to be released, they will stay. But I guess they're going to change that down the line. I am going to have change ID because I have a theme going, and that means I'm going to have to change all of their names once we get that set up. But luckily, does not get in the way of what they have going on. And then, hey, I'm going to prioritize using mod appearances. Wonder what that's about. Well, I mean, you're about to see. If you don't do Assassin Jungler meta, I'm out, letting you know now. I mean, I have good news for you. We are going to be playing a lot of Assassin Junglers early on. In the early game, there is a limit on the number of characters that are available in the game. And if you're not playing Kaimaitachi, who's one of the more popular and standard assassins, you're going to have a bad time. So we're going to be playing a lot of that style of play from start to finish in this one. And let's go. And you're going to see, we have our standard coaches. But, oh, what is this here? Oh, do we have a bunch of goth girls that have been added to the game? Oh, that's interesting. Yes, indeed. Thanks to a mod by user friend on Steam, he has added a bunch of goth gals. There are a few other themes as well, but I believed the goth girl theme was the right call for this team, and that's what we're going to stick with. Is it a fixed meta early on? I wouldn't say fixed meta. There's just a much smaller champion pool, so you are going to kind of have to make use of limited options to build the best composition you can. I would honestly say early on it's probably as flexible as the meta gets, because there aren't any rules in place that make some compositions intrinsically much worse than others. So there is definitely some freedom there. I have won the early game in this through a variety of different strategies. But let's see. Who do we want to be our coach? I feel like we've got to have a hat or a hood. The cat ears doesn't feel very coachy to me, I will be honest. This feels like it could be a coach. I also see This feels very Coach-like. Oh my god, they're all so hot. Yeah, it's a good mod. Bob's a cool word. It is indeed quite the collection here. Shout out to user friend on Steam for putting this together. I think I'm going to go with this one. This feels very Coachy to me, just based on the kind of like track jacket we've got. And now I am the red shirt king. As Eduardo has pointed out, I really should have my red cape on if I'm going to have or cloak, I should say, if I'm going to be the red shirt king. But this is not a red shirt king. I think this is a black heart. Oh, wow. They're not going to give me a lot of characters. Wow. Okay. What is a good emo gamer tag with 6 characters? I guess. Vixen. Oh, there we go. Thank you for coming in clutch there. Bob's a cool word. I think you get a lot more room for players. I don't know why they're so limiting on the coach, but we're going to deal with it. And then we have a chance to do some logos, and there's some cool logos in here, I'm sure. But, is that the Rough Drafts podcast logo? The Rough Drafts podcast, hosted by myself and Walter C80's Fedchuck, posting every Monday with either our Final Cut podcast, in which we focus on movies that we've seen, or our Steam Cleaners podcast, where we talk about games that perhaps we've played. Interesting. How did that get in here? Well, I guess we have to pick it. This is so silly. But I have already decided, having talked to some friends, we are going to be the Rough Drafts Siren's Call. We're doing the RD as an abbreviation because this is a sponsored team. And, for an all-female goth girl team, I think it'll work out. Something tells me, Eduardo, that the person who owns the use for this is going to give me the ability to use it. I spent, unfortunately, an embarrassing amount of time getting this logo into the game. I'm going to use it. And we're good. It's time to pick an assistant here. And yeah, I think Quantum X9, we're already seeing, that looks like a perfect assistant coach to me. Funnily enough, I think you're going to do a lot better than the IRL Sirens. Why, I have no idea what you could possibly be referring to. There definitely isn't a very funny video you could look up from 2013 for a League of Legends team called Team Siren that, obviously, since I don't know about it, could not have in any way influenced the title that we went with for this team. Quantum X9, welcome to the staff. Happy to have you here. She's going to be giving us a whole bunch of help in building out our team. But right now, we're going to answer some questions to decide our strategy. And I've got to get myself in the right mindset, right? This is hell mode. Oh, yeah, great outfit, 100%. But yeah, for hell mode here, I feel like we need adaptability. I feel like we need to be able to say, whatever happens, which I have no control over, I have no vetoes for version changes in this. We've got this. So I'm going to prioritize that. What does my ideal team look like? I think we need unique advantages and creativity. I think we need every advantage we can get because the computer is going to be a lot better than us. What style of game do I like most? The agile bow is what I typically go for. But in this case, I think I'm actually going to go for accelerating offense. I feel like if you're behind in skills, you need to be willing to fight. And you need to be willing to fight regularly, right? You need to take opportunities and pounce on them, because if you can get a gold advantage, you can make up for a player disadvantage. This is something I always think about when we talk about professional League of Legends or any esport, really, right? If you are not as good as your opponent on paper, you need to be doing things to throw them off guard. And I think a strong offense is a great way to do that. If you can't outplay them, just pick a wild meta, the old minor region stat. Yeah, I mean, you joke, but I think niche picks are going to be a big part of it. I think it's going to be finding things that are not contested by the computer. I know a couple picks that I've gotten in my other league that most computers just don't take the time to learn. I don't know if it's an AI thing or if it's just one of those, like, they see it as particularly niche. But 100%, I have a couple pocket picks in my that I hope to bring to the table sooner rather than later. But yeah, what's the most important ability for a player? Yeah, no joke. It is science. No, for sure. And communication turns out really important. Again, going from my former coaching experience, you need to have everyone on the same page. And let's find out who those people are going to be. Now, I'm going to try not to re-roll anyone unless they look like our coaches. Because the way this mod works, they add them as players and as coaches. And so because this is our assistant coach, we're going to have to re-roll this. Luckily, we get another good one here. Now, I don't know if I can change the name on this screen. It said that I could do so by clicking the name of the player, but maybe it requires me to do so at the next screen. So just know these are not the names we're going to be sticking with. I have actually found a blog post on a site called Thought Catalog, in which you have 100 catchy emo usernames, and I'll be taking some of those there. Uni looks so hot, I'm melting. No, that is an appropriate response. I mean, all of these are pretty great. I said this to a couple of my friends last night, and we were basically all in the consensus that this is... I mean, how could you not, right? As soon as you know this mod exists, I don't know why you would do things any other way. Just, I mean, 10 out of 10. Let's see. So let's actually look at our traits here, because I don't want to reroll too often. One, because I don't have a lot of them, and two, I don't want to run the risk of accidentally rolling into a normal character. I want this to be a full Emo Girls team, so I'm only going to reroll if we absolutely have to. Yeah, Bob's a cool word. I'm surprised you didn't when I sent it over last night, but definitely make that a thing. Highly recommend. Can double as a Vampire the Masquerade mod. God, I would love nothing more than for Vampire the Masquerade to have an esports side quest. Could you imagine? Oh, man. I will say, minor spoiler, I guess, if you haven't played this game, there are bird people in this game. You play against a shark person in this game. Why not a vampire? I don't see any reason we couldn't have vampires. Throwing that out there for anyone who's working in the mod scene here. But I mean, first of all, we're absolutely keeping the artist currently known as Captain Soap, not just because I appreciate the pink hair and our cat ear hoodies, but because of this conductor ability. Conductor is awesome because it says right before the first dragon fight, you gain 5 strategy points and draw 2 cards, which is huge. It takes 8 strategy points to start a turn, so it is very easy to time things so that gives you one big push right before the dragon fight, and you could potentially take out the members of the opposing team who would be participating in that dragon fight, right, giving you a massive advantage. I will say Champion Dream is not my favorite routine trait. It gives me a bunch of coach points when I win the playoffs or get high finishes during the regular season. I don't actually know with hell difficulty if I'm going to be in first place the whole time around. A little nervous about that, but also just coach points are not that great oftentimes. But the match trait's too good. We're keeping her for sure. We're seeing another here, Courage, as of right now. Oh, I love Secret Manual. Secret Manual carried me in the Premier League run, for those of you who were there on Saturday. Each time deployment phase begins, I get to add one of my jungler cards to my hand and reduce the cost by 2. And I get to do that 4 times, which is really, really nice. Junglers are huge when it comes to ganking and setting the tempo for the game. So Secret Manual on a jungler specifically is our best case scenario. I'm very happy with this. I should say, I should be looking at the hero pool here. 6 champs on, I mean, that's incredible. 6 champs here, that's insane. Didn't get Kamitachi, which is a little bit of a bummer. That is the assassin I was thinking of, Eduardo, when I mentioned earlier, but I suppose that'll be fine? Hopefully our mid laner plays it. Or we'll just ban it every game. We do get a ban. It'll be fine. She scares you in a good way? Yeah, absolutely. During routine training, left 2 Mustats are unusable? Oh, that sucks. Oh, that's so bad in the early game. Because we only have like 3 slots for a while, and then 4. And like the 50% boost is not worth it. But in the late game, it's fine. I mean, I'm not re-rolling her because Secret Manual is really, really good. I'm looking at back-to-back routine traits that aren't great, and I'm being reminded of how good the growth rate's meant to be for these AI, and I'm not loving that. Kill Mod Len. I will say, this game has a primarily Chinese audience, and I am positive if you go into the workshop, you can find a lot of anime-themed or gacha game-themed skin packs if you are the kind of person that enjoys that kind of thing. I could not make sense of it, but somebody can. And if you do know of a Kill mod, let me know. I will make this a thing. Okay, we're going to move on to our mid lane. We're not re-rolling those as much as I'm worried about it. We're gonna just kind of go from here. This is huge synergy. So we mentioned here Conductor, right? I'm going to draw cards and get strategy points before Dragon. This one says, before Dragon team fight starts within 10 rounds, initiate cards coming from my mid laner are going to be cheaper, and they're going to, and I get to do that before each Dragon team fight, which is great. Yes, Emperor Sama, thanks for coming back. Yes, this is the Goth Gal mod. Had to be done. When you have the opportunity to make a team of full goth girls, you have to do it. It's just law. It's legally, you have no choice but to do so. And good news, Desire to Perform I think is great. For each medal at the end of the game, experience game is going to increase by 10%. I think experience gains are good, actually, and I'm going to need every bit of experience that I can get. So that'll be good here. Uni, this Harass is actually really good for a bot lane. Again, really like the match traits. The match traits we've rolled very well on. The Deadly Focus here, increasing the Harass rate is great. It gets removed when they leave the lane, but that's fine. Because they can always charge it back up, and they get increased offensive and defensive scaling for each enemy turret in this lane destroyed. And yeah, winning a game, your experience is increased by 30%. Great. This is awesome. Champ pool is fine. It's fine. We have Alemi, we have Omaha, who I've now learned since the last stream that I did. I actually feel a lot better about Omaha. Burial's very good. Gang is quite good. Deep Space sucks. We'll get rid of Deep Space. We'll get rid of that. At least until we get champions like Peter into the game. I will say, Bob's Cool Word is the one who introduced me to this game. And she asked to be our bot laner. So we're going to do so here. Bob's Cool Word, if you are still in chat, are you happy with this player? I think the only downside is that the offense is starting off very weak, but I'm just going to train her in full offense every single month until it's good. Okay, yes, you're happy, I'm happy, go team. And then we have our support. She is insanely hot. This is true. This is very true. Yeah, perfect. I'm glad you're happy. You're happy, I'm happy. Faye, let's see your support here. Recover 1 charge for every 10 rounds, max 2 charges. When you attack by a card effect, you can gain... okay, so essentially, if I have charges, then when I attack someone with cards, which is relatively easy to do, gain a strategy point and draw 2 cards. Okay, Cool. I just need to make sure that my support has poke cards, or that I am playing supports that benefit from that. Also, another great routine trait. When hero experience is gained, there's a 30% chance that other heroes will also gain 1 point of their hero mastery. That is huge, because on Hell difficulty, the hero mastery gaining rate is very low. And we have Fatty Whites and Palulu. Okay, great. We win. This is great. We're going to win the early league. We're good. We're happy. We're moving on. Okay. The players have been selected. Yeri is a little bit nervous, but it's going to be you guys. You done did it. Your competitive journey starts today. We're going to comfort here. We're going to be nice to our emo girls. They deserve the world. I think we can all agree. Step by step, we're going to get there. We're going to make it happen. We are going to get through hell and come out the other side as champions. That is our goal with this stream. That is our mission statement. And we are going to make this come to play. Absolutely. Let's make it happen. So it is Challenger Series kickoff. Our goal is the championship. We're pushing hard. We've got to beat up. We're going to skip through some of this stuff. If you've played the game, you know our goal here. We have to do well enough that we can we can qualify for the league. Winning games will get us there. And I will say, even on Hell difficulty, I don't think these games should be a challenge unless I am really, really dumb. Which is not to say impossible. And I'm going to do my best to avoid that rather embarrassing scenario. We don't have any stats to look at, and we won't need them for rat gaming. Can we change our gamer tags yet? No. Okay. I guess because this is like the earliest part of the game, they don't necessarily want to give us that freedom yet. Eduardo, no, you do not have to go 6-0 to qualify. I think you might have to go 3-3 or 4-2. Like, you definitely need to have a winning record, I think. You will get some points if you lose. Yeah, there are 7 bars, and the 6th is qualification, but you gain more than a bar per game. The cat ear mod. No, I didn't take the cat girl mod, Emperor Sama. I thought about it. Here's the thing. I liked most of the cat girls. I did not like all of the cat girls. And so I decided not to do the thing. But the hip hop one that Friend did was also something I thought about. I liked about 70% of them. But the other 30% I didn't care for. So I just stuck with the goth girls. And really, what more do you need in life? Well, right now, I need some crit successes on some of this training. Oh, excuse me. Let me get that. Oh, come on. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. I thought I had my phone on silence. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for y'all. A good reminder that I should turn myself to Do Not Disturb on Discord as well. Okay, here we go. We got our training. No longer than 9 letters. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So, Bob's a cool word. What's a 9-letter way to put your name together? Because Bob Cool... God, what's it like a... I'm trying to think about... Okay, that's fine. Danny, it is. Fantastic. Now, let's see. Do I have any good names from the internet? I am open to suggestions, by the way. For emo girl names. Yes, Danny Sexy Lady of the Light, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we could just go for like actual names here. Obviously, like if we have like an emo girl theme, I am down. Like I think a classic here would be something like that, like a goth baby I got from this website. But if we just want to do things like Alice, Jenny, Trixie, we can kind of keep it in the theme there. I'm happy with that. So let's get Alice in there. We'll put Trixie up there with Danny. I like that. I like that idea. Let's see if we got for our mid lane. I think let's see. I like Jenny for the jungler because it is a good one to Jay jungler. It works out for me. We just need our mid lane now. If we have any other ideas, you know what I could do? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do as a secondary shout out. I'm gonna name this one Shay Bomb because Shay Bomb is a good friend of mine who made my VTuber model. So if you like my VTuber model at all, you should thank Shay Bomb and maybe give them money to go do art things. Their commissions are open and they're very talented. So that seems really great. I actually like Millennia more than Janny for this, so I think I'm gonna take you up on that. We could always change names later, but I think Alice, Millennia, Shaybum, Danny, and Trixie. This all seems great to me. So we've got our stats. Look at that. You're already at 13 here, Danny, from 1 upgrade. So good stuff there. And let's get into it. Our first match is about to begin. It would appear that we are underdogs. And you know what? That's okay. I didn't come into this league to be favorites. Oh, don't worry. I think it was just because that screen had been preloaded. Here you go. Here they're all saved. So now we can see what our opponent is good at. I think I'm going to have to double check some of the champs we did and did not get. If we don't have Justice, we have to ban Justice every game. Which is a shame because I would rather ban Kamaitachi every game if I don't have Kamaitachi. But Justice is just too strong. The executability on her is crazy. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Yeah, a lot of similarities in champ pool here. Just win. Look, Xander, I will do my best. I will try to live up to our win streak in our other game. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I also hate Justice. Yeah, Justice is good. Justice is really good. Oh, Shay's champ pool might need to be altered at some point. The Emperor Sama. Yeah, the guy who did this, I think this is the same person who did the Catgirl mod that you mentioned. So the, just real quick, I'll check. The other one that, other ones that they have done so far, they did a 90s hip hop for both male and female versions, and then they did a Catios characters. Those are all by the same person. So if you want to check out those styles, those are all there to be checked out on for sure. And yeah, very cool to have put this together. You will see all of our opponents on Rat Gaming mostly are going to use the models because the game is prioritizing it. You say that, Emperor Sama, but the comments for the female version were all about giving more male versions. It was a very common request. So I do think people like a mix at times, at the very least. I'm sure we'll see the downloads at some point. I will say, Goth Girls, #1 downloaded mod, to the surprise of absolutely no one ever. And then Snore Blacks here. Okay. Yeah, we've got it. Okay. It's time to get in the draft. We are on blue side to start. Oh my god, Shay's champion pool is terrible. Yeah, no. The mid laner on their side, yeah, very pretty outfit. Good hat, underutilized, but I think really works out for her here. I mean, Xander, I would argue we need both, for sure. Man, okay. Well, I guess we're going to be drafting Kid a lot for Shay right now. It's going to be Shay or Frank. There isn't a lot of options in the mid lane. They do play Kamaitachi, which is a problem. We play Justice, so we can actually first pick Justice, which means I think we're going to ban... Actually? Okay. If we're going to first pick Justice, we should ban Fatty White. And if we want to first pick Fatty White, we should ban Justice. So which would I rather play with if given the choice between the two? I think given that we have a lot of Frank, I want... I care more about Justice. So I'm going to ban Fatty White. They ban Omaha. That's great. First pick Justice. Lock it in. Easiest lock-in of my life. I want a Cthulhu mod to play any variation of Alawi. Dude, if someone could figure out a way to print out some, cut out the Alawi skins, I have figured out how to add custom character portraits to the game, even without the use of the Steam Workshop. So if someone can give me those files, I will put them in the game. I will make this happen, and make them a possibility. Obviously, my team's locked in now, so it would be for computers, but can still make that happen. Is this Dota draft or League draft style? It is much more League draft, but we're going to have to work our way up to it. Right now, there's only one ban, and we're just going to go 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1 until it's all done. They did take Kamaitachi, which we expected. We are going to take Frank mid as a result. Frank is very tanky, can take a lot of damage. Kamaitachi doesn't do a lot into him. I also think, given that... I'd like to neutralize some of the damage coming in. I think we have a comp that can hold out in fights a little bit. So I'm going to go for Polulu, and my hope is that Burial wheels. And he did. So we're going to go Burial Polulu, which, as Tentacle Coach can say all too well, very strong in the early game. Burial gets an enhanced rate of criticals as long as he has a shield, and Polulu is all shields all day, and makes for a bully of a lane in the early game. And as fights go on, those crits become more and more likely and more deadly. So it's a very strong combination. If you're new to this game and looking at something that you think has like universal early value, cannot recommend it enough. Now for jungler, we have a couple interesting options, right? Hakuna is the best you're going to get in terms of pure team fighting. A lot of fight cards, a lot of push cards, a good ability of initiating things on the grounds that you want them in. Lubos is also good for that. His fight card is a duel to the death. There is no round limit, which honestly makes him really annoying when our tanks are kind of designed to outlast. So there's an argument of picking it just so they don't pick it. Another thing I don't really want them to pick, and so might pick myself, is Zealot, because we don't have any AoE damage. But with Justice, I'm less worried about that. I actually think the best thing I can do is add kill pressure for my jungle. So I'm going to go with Zhang Ji. I like Pirate Lady in this situation, because Pirate Lady should be able to gank Kamaitachi early and often, which is really all I am looking for here, is the ability to push that mid lane down. I know she's pretty, Bob's a cool word, and I understand that, but she needs to die. we need to take her out early and often. And while I sure do wish that Frank had a little bit, we had more hard carry potential from our mid lane in terms of initiations, we're going to have to go with this for now. Cannot do any playstyle things, and we don't have any items in this early in the game. So it is time to let the game sort itself out. For people who are new, this is kind of the laning phase. There is a percentage chance of you poking your opponent and thus moving the lane forward while doing a bit of damage to them based on your current attack power, compared against their armor, which is a damage reduction stat. You're going to draw one card and gain one strategy point per turn starting at round 10. And so you're going to try to make the best use of that whenever possible. Now, I think... good news here, Bobsicle. We're not going to hard gank Kamaitachi right now, because Frank is winning that lane hard. I did not expect Frank to do that well in lane. Kind of expected that to come into play a little bit more later, but I'm happy for it. What that means, this is because this pushes 1 hex, which does not put them to the tower. So let's get them here. And then we're going to be able to blitz. And because we're blitzing, this is going to be a... actually, let me get... yeah, we don't need rattling right now. So we're going to start this fight. This is going to be a 3v2 fight in the bot lane, and our goal is to make Alemi, their bot laner, very sad. So let me slow this fight down a little bit to start. This is essentially an auto battler. You can see that opponents are going to, units are going to attack each other based on this number here. The presence is the percentage chance that you are going to be attacked. So it's a 50-50 for them. We really just need our characters to not miss all of the shots. Just all of the shots there. Okay, well, we tried. It's okay. Our players are not great yet. I'm sure they would have lost a lot of points had we had it gone the other direction. We're going to be able to push here. Final shot to do some damage to the tower. And then I guess, like, I mean, the thing I'm afraid of at the end of the day is that they're going to 1v2 gank Justice here. But I don't think there's much I can do about it. If Lubos plays duel, Justice is going to die, and I don't know that it's going to matter. Awful jungler passed straight from behind their team instead of side ambushing the enemy team using any gap close. Hey, now, our Millennia here is doing her best, okay? I'm not here for any slander of our lovely jungler. I don't think poke... We're not going to be able to do enough damage. I'm going to just do another hit on the Tiger Boy. My goal here is that perhaps if Justice lives long enough, we can nuke Tiger Boy with her ultimate. That would be the dream. Okay. Yep. Here's the gank mid coming. This is going to be duel, almost certainly. There it is. Yep. We knew this was coming. Really unfortunate that that we missed so many attacks in the bot lane. This was always going to be the kind of inevitable outcome from their end, and there was nothing we could do about it. But here, we're going to turn up the speed now that you kind of know how this is going. Yeah. First blood to Lubos is not ideal, but we've got time. This is still very early on in the game. This is going to give them a 328 gold lead. We were winning in gold before that. And more importantly, we forced their bot lane back. So we're going to get to put a lot of pressure down onto that turret. They're going to be pushing in our top turret, but we can deal damage to the bot turret significantly faster because we have 2 people. And oh, by the way, Frank already took tower. So first tower is ours. And we do love to see that. Now, what can we do? What can we do? I think the first thing is obvious. We're going to instant slash here, come on to the bot lane, and we're going to be able to discard Old Time, which is going to give us a stack of the Reaper, which is going to give us the targeting that we need. It's going to focus on their lowest health enemy, which is great. I'm also going to do a lot of charging. And charging. Just getting a bunch of shields onto Burial to start this fight. Now, Into the Breach is 3 turns. So is Initiate, so there's no difference there. But I think that Reaper is most affected by Hurkart. So we're going to, once again, go to gank this bot lane. If we land our attacks, we're going to be in a good spot. We just need to focus down their support here. And it doesn't look like we're quite going to be able to do it, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. I don't think we're in the same problem that we were last time around. Duel should not have shuffled back into their deck yet. And I'm not afraid of a fight that needs to be rushed given the current state of the board. They would be very silly to pull Kaimaitachi to top lane this time. They're coping they have no answer to Burial Palulu. Look, Burial Palulu is typically free real estate, but we have only played that against lower level computers, Xander. This is hell difficulty, so if ever they were going to find an answer... I honestly don't think it'll be this. They're about to go back to base. They're playing a bunch of scaling cards. They're going to get more gold. Attack Frank. Who cares? Frank gets stronger when you do that. I'm not going to let that get in my way very much. And this should be bot tower before the dragon fight. And because of our top laner's ability, we got that 5 strategy cards and 5 strategy points, draw 2 cards, which is exactly what we needed. Now, how do we set this up in the best way possible? We have fisticuffs here, which is great because it's going to make our opponent attack each other, which you can see Kaimaitachi already in a bit of danger. That did deal a little bit more damage than I would like. But we have the ability using Palulu. Can poke. Wait, what? Oh, when they're attacked by a card effect? Because I just attacked with a card effect. I didn't draw 2 cards to gain a strategy point. I don't think that works the way I thought it did, which is a little bit of a bummer, but okay. The question is, do I like this 2v2 Lubos, Kaimaitachi into Frank? I think I do. Is there anything I can do to make it better? I don't think so. We're just going to go for it. We're going to go for it. Some people might say this is riskier than it needs to be. I think that at this point, getting some kills on the board is worth a little bit of risk. Yeah, man. Lubos is going to escape with 77 health. But I think this is actually good for us because this is supposed to be a 3-way fight right now. And we should be able to just kill Lubos in this dragon fight. We're definitely going to go for it. Okay. They are pushing for it. There we go. Thank you, Burial. Finally hitting the right target. That's a kill. That gets us on the board. That gets us Dragon, which gives us a treasure bonus. That's going to give us a little bit of gold for all of our characters. Now, there are no items in the game. This is still kind of the tutorial area of the run. So, you know, that gold doesn't matter as much, but it's good to have. Just win instead of losing. That'll be $350, please. I mean, when you put it that way. But I'll be honest, Tentacle Coach, I feel like you kind of gave away the secret for free. 48 minutes, first kill, let's go. Hey, now, it's round 37. I don't actually know how long a round is meant to be. I think games usually, like, they end by round 90 at the latest. So I imagine each round is maybe 30 seconds? I'm not sure. Anyway, we're going to treasure here. Let's look at our options. We once again can try to go after Kaimaitachi. I think Fisticuffs gives us a nice kind of boost there, and then we can use the Initiate. Do we have anything better? Runic Shield is nice. It gives us a free attack on someone near the target. I don't know that that's better than Fisticuffs, though. I think Fisticuffs is the play. Just doesn't do as much damage as I would like. I think that's really my problem there. It's like, is that even worth the 2v2? I kind of don't think it is. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just Runic Ward. Just give everybody a shield, give everybody a little bit more presence. This should be a nice counter to any poke that they're going to bring out and any fight card they're about to play. We are getting to the point where we need to start worrying again about the dual card that will be coming back up from their deck sooner rather than later, but... Okay, Herald fight. I love this for us. Justice, being able to execute like that really helps with the targeting issues that we've been dealing with to this point. I'm optimistic we should be able to get a clean win in this fight. Just everybody focus Kamaitachi. It's a 33% chance. It's a 33% chance every time that you hit the right person. So just hit the right person. Okay, well, missing doesn't help even if you target the right person. It turns out. Okay, got it. Tiger Boy goes down, which I'll admit I was not expecting, but fuck it. We did our part. Okay, let's see what they've got for us. Hayateing into the same square you're in is a choice. Okay, so they're going for a duel here. I'm not sure that's what they want. Frank does a lot more damage as he takes more hits, but I guess the fact that he's going to be split between two targets probably means this is fine for them. But if he can just focus Lubos, like, this could go badly for them. Yeah, done. There it is. That's why you don't target Frank, by the way. People who are newer to this game. Ganking into Frank is a waste of your time. Not only does he have a lot of health, but he gets stronger as he gets attacked. And as you saw there, right? Like, it didn't matter that they did nearly 800 more damage. Frank was able to focus his kills. He won enough coin flips. And Lubos goes down. Their gank has failed. Frank is going to get away just fine. And that's best case scenario. Just well played by our Frank here. Shaybomb coming through clutch for us. Okay, we're going to summon the Herald, which we're going to allow us to take this inner mid tower. Oh, it's 30%. Oh, interesting. So Herald and some of the other playthroughs I've done just deals 5 straight damage, but this is 30% of max HP or 50% if there's no one in the hex. So not quite what I was hoping for, but that's okay. You were saying, Stuker, before, you gank from behind, and you know what? You're right. I think that is the goal here now. Deal some damage. There's a part of me that's a little bit worried about starting this fight because of the kind of sheer kind of angle on it here. The idea that she is relatively low on health, but it's still a 3v2, and I like her attack damage. I'm going to go for it. And we're going to do it using Burial's attack card. Let's go down, see how this dive goes. I'm counting on the shield doing a lot of work for us. If you can all just focus here on the support would be great. Burial, buddy, pal, friend. Danny. Look, Danny, you're just warming up. I get it. I understand. It's your first game at hell difficulty. You're nervous. You're getting your attacks in where you can, and I think we could still actually potentially get it here. There it is. There's the finishing blow with the cannon strike. Never in doubt. That's what you get, Paisai. I was forgetting Paisai's name. Well done, Danny. Thank you for that kill. And that's going to give us control over this lane once again. No, you don't. You just got the kill. Maybe you're on a delay, Bob's a cool word. But yeah, no, you got it. We took extra steps. It's one of those things, right? Our stats are terrible right now. We're going to miss a lot of attacks. The computer's going to miss a lot of attacks. We're all figuring it out. Now, Burial Palulu, I think, can survive this because of Palulu's stun shields. We just need them to keep attacking Burial which they should do. It's a 67%. Well, okay. Maybe not. Danny, you did everything right in that fight. I want to be on the record. You dealt more damage than all three of their players combined. They unfortunately did target the support, which statistically they should not have done, but you know, sometimes it happens. And now that means we probably just give up this dragon, unfortunately. I don't want to go into a 3v4 without the Shield of Polulu, so you can have it. Enjoy your treasure. I hope it makes you happy. Okay. It's still considered a tower dive, right? If I use Blitz to attack Lubos here, because it brings in Kamaitachi, who's down at his tower. There's a part of me who thinks that doesn't matter, actually. But there's also a part of me that says, am I really getting a kill with just Frank and Zhang Jiki with a 2v2? And the answer to that is probably not. Probably not the best thing we can do. So let's fisticuffs instead. They're all going to attack each other. They're all quite low now. Oh, that would have been easier. Oh, I didn't think about that. Push just destroys the tower because he's right there. Duh. Oh, okay. That's on me. That's on me. I want you to know, right here, Millennia, that was my fault. You did nothing wrong. That was me. Let's just put another pressure down on that tower. We're going to pass. We're going to draw back up. I want to get another chance at some of these fights. Yeah, friendly reminder for people. Push moves things up a point. If you're already at the tower, you will do damage to the tower. So if you're looking at a tower dive, but the tower is low, look for cards like Push or Justice, Slash from Justice, for instance, that can target those towers. It's a great way to turn things around. What a wild thing to do. Sorry, can we just take a step back and look at the gank that our opponent's going for? Oh, it's a 2-for-1, so we should totally do this. Ignore the fact that Frank has 6,153 attack health compared to our combined 1,700, and definitely ignore the fact that Frank's passive means his damage is going to scale quickly. I'm sure this is going to go great. I foresee no problems for their Lubos or Kamaitachi. See, see, they've done all 4,000 damage, so it was great. Except for the part where they died. But other than that, what a call. I know I'm shit-talking the worst team in the game, and I know that's easy pickings, but cannot stress enough, don't gank Frank. There's nothing to be gained from ganking Frank here. You don't want to do this to yourself. Do I close out the game? Fuck yeah, I close out the game. Yeah, it's a 5v4. Yeah, final fight. Let's do it. With Justice up 2, we've got the shields from Polulu. I'm not worried about damage at all coming out from them. This is really just going to be a matter of can we kill them quickly enough? Which I believe we can. I believe with Justice's kind of ultimate ability being what it is, I am optimistic that we're going to be able to get enough executes on there. Just one more attack from her. Stun coming through is annoying because that delays it by a turn, but we're still on pace. She can get one more hit, please. Yep, bye Alemi. Their damage dealer is down. Just 3 of them left. We've got 4 turns left to go. If we could focus down Tiger Boy, I'd really like to get rid of the stuns sooner rather than later. There we go. There's Pirate Lady's passive finally popping off for us. Kamaitachi on 12 hit points left is so annoying. Okay, Paizai I don't think can survive this. There it is! And with that, the Sirens Call have won their first ever game. They have emerged victorious. Well played all around. A really strong performance. I feel like Outside of a bad move from me and maybe a little bit of nerves, right, for the first game our team's ever played, I think it worked out quite well. And Shaybomb is going to be our MVP of the game. Well done to Frank. Just a menace in that lane. I cannot stress enough, you don't want to play Lubos into Frank. It's a terrible idea to gank that lane if you're going to do so. Had they hard-focused Justice, I think this would have been a very different game. But thankfully, they did not. So that's a nice 206 scoreline. Frank did 40% of our team's damage, which is absurd for a tank. Yeah, well-deserved. I agree with you, Eduardo. I also love these comments. We get comments at the end. Nice ratings, like the Hoopu system that always makes their way to Reddit during international events. Do you want to destroy the home of Rat Gaming? You're goddamn right we do. Does Rat Gaming see Shaybomb? Is it that hard to kill once? Believe me, they tried. Shaybomb sacrificing for the team. A nice 8.8 from Danny here. Well executed. Did not die once. Very steady, very consistent. Trixie did a good job on Palulu. I don't think it was the best Palulu game, but I also think Palulu got penalized a little bit harsher than is fair for dying once. This game is harsh about that when it comes to the score. Millennia, fantastic job. Really bringing the Pirate Lady's strengths to the forefront. You know, we had a lot of ganks that didn't necessarily end in kills, but did force our opponent out of lane, got us the tower pressure that we needed that ended up translating to gold and experience leads down the line. Just really well done. And Alice, which this is, I think, the first time you've seen that Alice is on our team, Technical Coach, but I think you'll agree, fitting for our top laner of the Emo Girls team to be named Alice. Entirely coincidental, but also feels correct. Fantastic job on Justice. Just a really strong game. Very happy with how that worked out. You can see here 9 kills to 2, 22 assists. This was a team effort through and through. You know, we didn't do a crazy amount of damage. Like, Kametachi is going to be a problem, but I don't think Kametachi is so much of a problem that our draft strategy needs to change. I think we're just going to build around Frank. We're going to let Shaybomb be Shaybomb. You can see here, that one First Blood, we were down in gold for a whole couple rounds there, and then we never looked back. And that's how you get a win. That's how we get some experience. And look at these stat increases. Danny, 16 points. Look at you. Fastest growing player on the team, now with more stats than anyone else. Just really well done there. Trixie getting some nice experience on Palulu. Shaybomb's Frank is going to continue to be great for us. Not as many stats for Alice here, but that's okay. It's the first game of the season. I'm sure Alice will get more opportunities. And now we have some masteries. I think these early masteries not worth getting into too much. We're just going to gain more buffs, more attack, more max HP. Oh, and because of Trixie's ability for the routine trait, we actually got a level up onto Paisai too. And Tiger Boy. And Dylan. And Fatty White. And we got Frank here for Shay. And we got Zhangji Qi. And Burial. Look at all that. And you can see here, Eduardo, we got a good bar and 2/3 just by winning that game. And with that momentum, we're in a very good spot. So, I am optimistic here. But we are going to move on to a slightly stronger team. Oh, Shay wants to talk to us. Did we secretly like comments supporting them? I mean, I did like them, but it wasn't secret. I wrote that comment with a fake account. If you want to praise me, just say it. Go back and train properly. Can handle it. Okay, Shay dashes out of the office. Look at that boost for Shay. Honestly, I forget how strong some of these random events are in the early game. We're going to need every stat boost we can get. And we're now rank D, which is great. We have an official coach license, which is good. I don't think legally we were allowed to be a coach, technically, at that point. So we'll take it. Okay. I love how no one in our league has 100% dragon rate. That's kind of funny, one game in. Intensive training. That'll help us in the long run. We got a website from a colleague, and we're going to spend 20 training points to get all of those courses because we're going to want as many good courses as we can get. Now, Danny, I hope you're okay. I'm going to give some points in offense to Alice, actually. I think Alice needs it. I think what I'm going to do is give Millennia a boost here. I'll give you a nice creep score point, and then Alice can help out the rest of the team on that, and we'll get some basic training in there. I think this is a good split for now. It is such a shame. Millennia is going to be just struggling a little bit on the stats side of things early, but you can see Alice already getting that +4 boost just from that one attack card. No one has offense below 16 now, so I'm feeling pretty good about our opportunity there. We'll probably move it back down to you, Danny, after the next game, because I still want to get your offense to be a bit higher. But now we have attribute training in theory, but I don't... Oh, right, because this game gives you fewer points because it's hell mode. So I don't know if I can. I'm going to try. Wait. Okay, so it let me, but now I have -10 training points. I did not know you could do that. I did not know that was a possibility. I guess it's probably hard-coded because they want to teach you how attribute training works. And so it's hard-coded to let you do it, but you have fewer training points per game because of the hell difficulty, which means you just go into the negative. Well, that's funny. But yeah, congrats, Danny. Now you got 20 offense. We're good. We're doing great. Okay. Abstract Joker, they're a better team than what we just played. Still not favored yet, but that's okay. We're building a reputation. We're new. We have to build up some experience. Here is Friend here. Friend is the person who made the mod, so we're going up against the creator of the Goth Girls himself. Very scary. Lord Rainbow also looking a little bit scary. Boots, this is the one I would not replace any of the players on our team. I want to be very clear on that. If I had to, this would have been the model that I would have replaced it with. You just don't see a lot of like the purple hair and like the purple skirt here. I mean, fantastic. It's adorable. Yeah, very fair. The tattoo too, just a nice touch. But yeah, I wasn't gonna re-roll anyone on our team. I love our team. Wouldn't change it for the world. Please ignore that looks a lot like our assistant coach. It's fine. I wonder if all of the it's not gonna be all teams with the emo girls, right? We're not gonna just be in a league of all clones. That would be a little lame. We'll see. Okay, so what do we want to do? We're on red side. Okay. Well, they don't play Justice, which is really good for us. Do we want to are we willing to risk Fatty White getting through? I don't know that we are. I like Fatty White. Fatty White's really good. I think very strong. Which is why I don't want to let them have it. Yeah, Friend did a great job with the mod. No doubt there. Yeah, we're going to ban Fatty White. They go for Zhang Jiki, which means, well, Frank is not contested. So we can actually wait to see if we want to go Frank or Kid. There's a part of me that wants to go Kid just because I like having more diverse picks available to us. I think that is good in this game, especially because things can get banned out super easily. That said, we're going to Burial Palulu. In the early game, I want to go with something tried and true. That's consistent. Okay, Kid does go through. That was always going to be a risk. Tiger Boy mid would be interesting, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to go Frank. And I think we're going to go Mickey actually here, because I like Mickey's versatility, a lot of a roaming ability. Eduardo, it looks like Human Syndra. I had missed that earlier, but yeah, you're 100% correct. But yeah, I'm going to go with Mickey. I like Justice a lot. Justice is very good, arguably the best pick on the board, but we do really well around dragons, so I'm going to go for Mickey here. I think Mickey, good roaming, good versatility. They do not go for Niels, which could be a Zealot angle. But I actually think, given the number of people they have that are good at long fights, I think we go Aurelio. Who didn't like Justice? No, I think everyone likes Justice. Justice is very good. I just, you know, especially early on, right? We're playing against the weakest the computer is ever going to be. And I would rather have a diverse set of picks to fall back on, rather than going all in, putting all of our eggs into one basket, which is why I went with Mickey here. Because I think Mickey is very good into quite a few metas, and our team is built around that pretty well. Zealot versus Hakuna is hard because of the special attack that Hakuna does is really, really strong. And it boosts Kid quite a bit when he dies. That's very fair. I had been thinking about it only in terms of the Hakuna stuff, but you're right. It would have been really bad for Kid as well, because that's 3 procs rather than 1. That's a really good point. I might need to actually add that to the coach notes when I finally unlock those. I haven't used the coach notes a lot, mostly because I've played an ungodly number of hours of this game, and so I feel like I have a pretty good understanding of what's good and what isn't in my head. But that's the kind of interaction that I wouldn't have thought of, and is exactly why I should be taking notes. I don't love a 3v5 here, but we have Palulu and we have Frank, so it's possible that no one dies. I don't like the Kid as targeted burial, but we do have those shields, and they're not attacking Palulu. So I think we're going to be able to get out of this one unscathed. I think this is actually, as far as 3v5s go, by far our best case scenario. Use special Hakuna's special attack Frank on Zealot, so easy for me. You prefer getting the Justice, not Hakuna when you have Frank. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Hakuna's special attack does scale very well against Frank. I think Frank taking that damage is usually pretty good, all things considered. Justice, I just find, especially early on, right? Like, we are at the very beginning of this game, which means that none of the players are particularly great yet in terms of dodging, in terms of hitting, in terms of any sort of stat. You know, it's still very much a anything can happen kind of experience. And so as a result, I tend to be of the belief that, like, Justice is consistency, right? Justice doesn't need to target anything. If someone is below her threshold, they die. And I find that anything that makes that easier is a problem. Yeah, no, I mean, look, that is the concern, and you are right to point that out. But I think here, let's see, is there anything we can do to make this a little bit better? I don't think so. I think we're charging forward into a 3v1 on Kid. Frank is low. I don't think I care. Yeah, because they're going to target Aurelio for some reason. We can get one more hit. There we go. First blood. Take that, Kid. You're going down. Leaving Kid isolated like that on that side of the map was always going to be a danger for them, and I am glad to have been able to show them exactly why. I think we're going to just bounce them off of that just a little bit, and then might as well get some extra tower damage with the final shot. I feel good about that turn. I feel good about that turn. And, you know, the nice thing, red side with this team isn't nearly as bad as it would be with other teams because of that conductor ability. We're actually going to be able to get momentum back before the next dragon fight. We are going to give them advantage on this next wave, but I don't think they have a lot of great fights. Like, a 3v2 in bot lane is annoying, but I don't know if it's... Oh, that's what they do. Okay. Yeah, that was actually a really smart play. Hakuna forcing Burial back to get a 3-for-1. That's smart. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna kill Polulu probably. Polulu can only shield so much. Or... Oh, that's embarrassing. That's not... That feels bad. To lose a 3v1 against an opponent that can't attack you, that's harsh. That's a tough pill to swallow, I would imagine. What do we want to do here? We have the ability to roam, but roaming for what? I don't know. Protagonist for sure. Yeah, I think this is a 2v1 gank on the kid. I think we're just going to continue to make his life hell. Emperor Samra Polulu early is hard to kill. Yeah, that's fair. I didn't think it would be that hard to kill, to be honest with you. I thought it would be a little bit more with a 3v1, especially with the fragile stacks. I thought that would add up a little bit faster, but clearly it worked out. Didn't get the kill on the kid. We did not roll a single crit despite having a 60+% chance during most of that fight. So that's a little bit annoying. But again, we're about to get a conductor proc. We'll see how much it matters. Oh, it's going to matter a lot, actually. Well, kinda. Okay, this is actually interesting. So it's going to be a 3v3. Jungler in our bot lanes. Which means, I think first things first, we definitely surprise Assault and go for a 2v1 here. If we can get some more kills, some more damage, make their mid laner fall a little bit more behind would be good. I don't love that they've hit Aurelio every time because Aurelio's the one going into that fight, but I think we're about to make it a little bit more even because we're going to Inferno March to the bot lane, which deals a good amount of damage, in theory at least. And we're going to Traveler's Blessing Aurelio. Just give her a nice big shield. Painful Pleasure. Let's get some strategy points and get him a bunch of additional stats. That seems like a good call. Let's poke. Continuously poke. We're just going to have Danny do as much damage as we can in that bot lane. Keep on poking. Push, I don't think, does what we need it to. So let's just get a shield for Burial. And then we're going to go into the... Oh, it's a 4v3, of course, because we have Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You just win us the fight. Okay, cool. Conviction's annoying, but nothing we can't handle. Amnesty is fine. You know, that's the thing about Kid, right? I recognize the value of Kid in extended team fights. The 5v5s, Kid can be really, really annoying. And I'm going to wish we had justice for that. I just don't find Kid's field cards to be very good. It just doesn't seem like it ever has the impact that you would want it to. I'm going to seize the initiative here. Get some shields going. Let's have some fun. So we're going to chick running on down. Can we chick running again? Not really, actually. Chick running is only 2 hexes rather than 3? Was that nerfed? I feel like that might have been nerfed. I feel like that was 3 for a long time. Unless I'm losing my mind, which is possible. It feels like more and more as I get older that that is increasingly true, but I could have sworn that was 3 hexes rather than 2. Oh well, I guess we'll just rotate back. That's fine. No harm, no foul. Just got a bunch of free rotations there. We can roam here into the top lane. Charge here. And we have the Mickey attack. So we're going to go for a 2-for-1 on the Kid again. Again, our goal is just to make Kid have a very bad day. And also, honestly, I hope he attacks Mickey. Yeah, procs the Amnesty. We just don't want that there for future fights. No crits. Okay, that's fine. We're going to force Kid out of lane, which is really all we need in that regard. I am going to pause for now. I'd rather have the ability to do something else in 6 turns. Okay. They're going, okay, is this going to be a 4v3? No, they're just getting resources. That's fine. Like, that damage forced Aurelio and Frank back, but forced him back before a fight in which I would have wanted them to heal up anyway. We're definitely going for this 3v3. We only need 1 kill here, so the goal, just focus Pirate Lady. Just all the attention on Pirate Lady. Yep, we saw the super attack, and that is going to put Mickey in a little bit of a bind. It's really just going to come down. They're winning a lot of 33% rolls right now. Just a lot of 33% rolls. Okay. 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 If that's how it's going to work, it's how it's going to work. The Hakuna part you mentioned really did come through there. I'm not worried about it overall in the course of this game, but it is good to note in the future. It does give Kid a little bit of stuff back. That's so surprising to me. Like, that was a lot of 33% rolls that had at least gone the other way. Would have bought us some time. How do we want to do this? We could Fisticuffs. Doesn't really do much for us here. I think the best thing we can do is just kill Pirate Lady. This is an easy kill. This should be, oh, unless we miss multiple attacks. There we go. Shea Bomb coming through. Well done there. A nice kill on that mid lane is going to open this tower up. If we can pressure out and naturally win that bot lane, we're going to be in a really good spot to take down some of those inner towers. We do take quite a bit of damage to our outer top, but we still haven't lost a tower. And I think Mickey can hold Kid in lane. The question is how we handle the 5v5, because Akuna's special attack is going to be very annoying. Captain Marvelous, so at what point do you play a card that makes your player say something homophobic on Twitter, followed by the canned apology combo card? Luckily, not a feature in the game as of right now. Look, we are a team of full goth girls, and therefore we would never be homophobic. We are full allies on this team. Hashtag pride. We have. I'm not worried about that from our girls, but thank you for joining the chat. Very happy to have you here. Eduardo, unrealistic? Yeah, probably. Look. Let's not argue about who gets canceled by who in the world we call esports. It's a game nobody wins. I'm going to live in my world where the cute goth girls are completely unproblematic, because I think that's a better world to live in. And I think we should all try to live in that world as best we can. Can I close out the game here? I don't love this, actually, as far as our board state goes. Like, it could work out, but I don't know that it would 100%. We do have Flame Assault could be in play in the right situation. I think the real answer here is we Fisticuffs, which is going to deal a lot of damage to people in here, which allows us to Cannon Strike, which does even more damage. Continuously Poke, which allows us to poke again. That's a kill. Can we do anything to kill her? I don't think so. I think the poke... Yeah, I think we've unfortunately knocked her out of range of that. Alright, but is this an esports team you believe could take care of a live animal? Oh, absolutely not. No. We've got other priorities. That's not why we're here. I mean, I could poke just to deal more damage, but I don't think we're going to get a kill. So I'm just going to pass here. Get to our next fight card sooner rather than later. Imagine being this pushed back in base and top still doesn't TP. I will say that's something as far as the AI in this game goes. Because, yeah, like they finally TP'd at the end there, but it takes them a while. I think you have to have a very high defense score or potentially a very high mechanic score to realize like, oh, I need to go out of my lane. Which is great for us because it meant we won the game. Because Barrio Palulu, very strong. Frank, of course, getting MVP again. Unanimous MVP. Shaybomb really popping off in the early game for us. Never really had a doubt with Frank. Frank is one of the strongest characters you can play in this early meta because there's just not a lot that can get full kill pressure on him. There are things you can do, but there aren't many of them. And Emperor Sama, I mean, look, you were right about the 5v5, but luckily that was never the situation we were in as far as this game ultimately went. Could they have taken the 5v3 and then pushed for a dragon? Yeah, I mean, that's true, but we also don't know what cards their players have, right? They didn't have, like, their Zhang Ji has an initiate attack, but I don't think most of their players did, actually. I think most of them... Boots will definitely avoid going to the bathroom because of Shay Bomb. Yeah, that's fair. No, I would have nightmares about Shay too. Be like, Hakuna has a fight, but I don't, and Zhang Ji has a fight, but the rest of their players don't. And if they don't have one in their individual deck, they may just have not had the opportunity. I don't know. Alice getting first blood, very nice. Not the best game by our top lane. I think Mickey was the wrong call in hindsight. I probably forced that a little bit, but we won the game anyway, and we got experience. So I think overall it will be worth it for us. Millennia did a decent job in the jungle. A nice game by our support here, Trixie. And of course, Danny, great burial game. You get that 5-star here, and that's back-to-back games. Danny, you have yet to die, and that is really great to see. We have a resilient bot lane really goes a long way in these early fights. You know, this is one of those games Reddit goes on the board and talks about how boring the game was, right? It was 3 kills to 1. No one ever fought. They just let their base get destroyed. And you know what? Coaches don't care. That's a W. That counts the same way in our record column. Yeah, can't kill you, that's for sure. Yep. Just a very boring 56-round win. Never really in doubt. There was never really a moment in which you saw we had the one death from the Herald fight. But even when they got Herald, right, there were very few opportunities in which they were ever able to do anything that put us in a significant danger. So we're in a good spot there. Some nice boosts. Danny, you're getting some great boosts. I think that's your routine, your out-of-game routine bonus. Because 12 stats this early on while you were still arguably one of the highest people going in. It was really nice. Post is immediately written by, oh, come on. Again, we're living in our world. This is we're protected. I choose to believe. That's it. I actually don't, like, I think the character, the hero selection in this is quite good. I think there's a good range of interesting characters as far as the actual champions in the game goes. This is made for a Chinese audience, so I don't know if they have the same problems, right? I'm sure there are plenty of things culturally in China that I don't know about that are similar problems, but they're different problems. So I'm going to keep my head square in the sand. Siren's Call, another victory. Route of the negative. I will grab your neck and drag you kicking and screaming into the most hilarious shit possible. That's fair. No, that's fair. And we'll get some very silly random events sooner rather than later. It will be unavoidable for me soon enough. But look at that. We're up against Flame Pirate next. Oh, hey, we didn't get MVP because they thought we were boring. That's fine. That's fine. A 14, a 14.0 KDA and no deaths. I guess I understand. But look at that. Melania, Shaybomb, and Danny, players of the week. You love to see it. I did indeed lose some credit score here. It's the one, like, God, I would really love for the dev to like see this stream. I don't know how many people are streaming Esports Godfather on the daily, so it'd be really cool if they stopped by. But what a shame it would be if like that was the moment, right? Like that was the one time that they went to check in. Oh man. But yeah, 3 of our 4 players, MVP of the week. Great. We'll deal with Cute Frog later. Right now we're going up against Flame Pirate. Yet to get a first blood, which is great for us. We have the not quite the lowest average kills per game, but it's going to be close, I'm sure. Oh, now we have our objectives. So this is, I have to say, these objectives, it's funny because it doesn't look like it scales as much as I would have thought for the like changing for best of 1 versus best of 3 in a regular season. Because it still wants me to use 10 different heroes within 4 games, which is a lot for as few heroes as there are in the game right now. Do I think I'm more likely to get 8 dragon fight victories by the end? No. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna show the world that we have the ability to beat our opponent on a sheer number of picks. Wait, sparring. Hold on. I missed something there. Drag and drop to their relative positions. Oh. Completing the price automatically. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Shay and Danny, nice there. Danny, I'm supercharging you here. Because I think it would be good to do so. I do think we're gonna maybe do something like this. Maybe something like this. Creep score here. And then maybe like this. It is a little bit of a loss for Alice, but I mean, Shay's been our MVP. I think continuing to build up Shay is a great call. Danny, you've played very well. I want to build into our strengths, right? I think that's our best play. Critical success from Trixie on the training partner. That's huge. And there we go. With that, Shay, 26 offense, 26 defense for Danny. Got quite a few 20s here. We got another chance for some attribute training. At some point, we'll unlock the ability to stream, and we'll have to adjust accordingly. Let's see. Who's our weakest player by overall stats? 87 for our jungler, 85 for our support. Okay, so let's give our support some love. I think defense for our support is probably the best. So let's just do some training in there. And critical success. Let's go. Look at that. 12 points. Well done, Trixie. Nailed it. That is how we do it. And you'll look here. We've already got an E+ mid lane and an E+ bot lane. We are climbing up these ranks. And the casters still have no faith in us whatsoever. It's great. I love being treated like the underdog. Have no faith in me. I think that's awesome. I want to be underestimated. Okay. Let's see what we got here. I don't worry. In best of ones for a regular season like this, I'm not going to let us get lost in their stuff too much. I'm just going to worry about champ picks. We get to ban one. Man. There's a part of me that wants to first pick Fatty White here. Just because we haven't played it and I really like it. And at the same time, it would allow us to, with Danny, to mix up our picks a little bit. But there's also a part of me that feels like Shay needs to do Kid. Okay, if we do first pick Fatty White, then what do we need to do outside of that? Well, we would maybe be playing Fatty White and Gang would probably if they go Zealot. Fatty White and Omaha if they don't. Is there anything that worries me about that? Burial Palulu. That would be the key. So I'm gonna get rid of Burial. Yeah, Fatty White. Everyone's favorite snowman. Yeah. I don't know. Fatty White's a totally normal name, Captain Marvelous. I don't know what you're talking about. This is everyone's favorite snowman. He's doing a great job. Zhang Jiki and Gang, that's fine. That means that we probably, I mean, God, I would prefer not to go Zealot at this point then. I do think, just to give ourselves an advantage in top lane, I'm going to go for Kid mid. I'd like to get Kid a boost here. I want Shay to have more than one champ, so we're not just banned out with Frank. Now, do we go for Frank in top lane? Because Frank doesn't care about the debuff, right? Like, the idea that Wukong's immune to buffs and debuffs, that doesn't bother Frank at all. Is Attribute Steal a debuff? It sure is, which means we can't play Wolfgang. Do you want to build a Fatty White? I sure do. That is my favorite part of Frozen as well. Just saying I look like a video game. Yeah, absolutely. It was a compliment, and you should take it as one. Emperor Sum, absolutely. Okay, so we're not playing Wolfgang. I think we pick Aurelio, because I like Aurelio top in the situation, but if we need to, we can always rotate it to jungle. They do go Wukong. I like Aurelio into Wukong. I think Aurelio into Wukong is actually better than Justice into Wukong, if I remember a couple interactions that were a little bit weird there. So I'm happy to do that. Because Gang is there... Ooh, this is where it gets interesting. I think we take Lubos, which means it's going to force them to pick Zealot. We don't have an AoE answer to Zealot, which is a little bit of a shame. But, as Emperor Sama pointed out, right, with Kid, that's a huge buff there. So I think we go Lubos, force them into Zealot, because Kid does really well into that. And then, do we go Alemi or do we go Omaha? I think we go Omaha, right? For the same logic, spawning more things, Wild Heart will give a boost to Kid when it dies. So we're going to go Omaha. Yeah. And then they're forced to pick Zealot. Great. Awesome. Cool. Okay. I'm happy with this draft. This looks good. This looks good. I will say, Nomads, I'm finding to be a lot less useful than I thought it would be. Because it seems to be when you're attacked by a card effect, rather than when you attack by card effect. And they just haven't targeted my support very much. There may be a time in which I feel good about it, but as of right now, I've been a little underwhelmed. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Well, we have a 3v2 in bot lane. That seems like a really nice spot. So let's do that. Poke. And continuously poke. And then we initiate. And Gang should die. As long as we don't get very silly. Oh, right, we get a guaranteed hit. Yeah. Okay. Just someone attack Gang. Anybody at all. Well, okay. Don't miss, though. I guess I should have specified. Thank you. Omaha. First blood to Danny. So your player get up and punch the other character in the back of the head. Honestly, Acidia. Acidia, I think, is the closest to that. Because you can just remove them from the fight for a turn, which I like to imagine as them just going, ow, my head! And being completely distracted and doing no abilities turn 1. That's my headcanon, at least. So because of that, I'm actually going to roam mid now, because it's free. And because that prevents Kid from getting ganked. Not that I necessarily think they were going to gank Kid. I think they're going to go for a 2v1 against Aurelio, but there's nothing we can do against that. And I would much rather Kid at least be safe. Like, there's nothing keeping Lubos in that lane that's particularly helpful. Yeah, okay. So they went for code assimilation. So they did go for Kid. That's a weird way to do that, but okay. Fine. They get the 2v1 on Kid. I believe they're going to get the kill here. It would be asking a lot for Alice to survive this. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We got First Blood. Or not Alice, Shaybomb. That's fine. I don't think we could have gotten all the way up here. They really came at that at a weird angle. I was not expecting that angle. Does the game have a debuff where your players play a classic MMO instead of trading? Funnily enough, kind of. There is a random event in which one of your players is slacking off, and how you respond to them has a stat buff that can be helpful for you. So there is something similar to that, actually. I know you were memeing, but it is indeed a thing. Okay, so like we can Inferno March to kill a couple of their jungle creeps. Is that even worth it? I doubt it. Pushing in bot lane also doesn't look particularly great. I think I'm just gonna give a big snowman boost to Kid. Give him some of that armor. And then I'm going to pass, actually. I don't see any need to overextend right now. I'm not seeing any openings, and I'm hoping we draw into one. Free firing means that Omaha's going back. Bot lane is going to back off. Knight's Oath. If we had the ability to fight with Kid, we'd be able to have a 2-for-1 there. It's a shame that Lubos is going that direction. Because there's not really much we can do with that. I think... Again, I think we just don't play anything. Like, that feels weird. That feels wrong. And I get that. Like, we could Inferno March just to steal some gold. But, like, Lubos is coming. Lubos kind of needs that gold. We're not going for a 1v2, obviously. We could push mid. But, like, that doesn't do much for us. Yeah, I think I guess, you know what I'll do is I'll add some conviction to the target. And I'm going to put conviction on a zealot because that affects all of the clones. And therefore can be kind of nice. So we're going to go from there for a little bit. Okay, now this is interesting. Because I think what this means, we can roam top, use protagonist here, and we can duel. And this should kill Wukong. I don't think Wukong can survive this. Like, he's immune to debuffs, but that doesn't really matter because Aurelio's going to buff themselves every turn, and Wukong just doesn't do a lot of damage. 1 health. Okay, there we go. And that's why you play Lubos, folks. And that's why we held off too, right? Like, that is exactly the goal there. And see, here's the fun part. Now, we get that extra boost here. Can we force... Okay. I don't think we can quite get to... I don't think... Can we get anybody down there? We can push here. Eagle Soar is good, but I don't actually know how much we win the 2v2 right now. Like, I think we win it, but I'm not sure by how much. Well, we're going into the dragon fight. I actually think in that case it's worth it. So we Eagle Soar. Actually, hold on. Knight's Oath says... Oh, okay. This is how we do it. We're going to bring Lubos down. Knight's Oath. Now it's going to be a 3v2 on the bot lane. That's how we do it. And we're going to go after that support. Just try to punish the fact that she's low, because that's the one kill I think we can get. If everyone can focus on her, I think we get this kill. There it is. And now we're going to lower gang, and this should give us an easy first dragon. I don't think they can really compete for it at this point. And then we're just going to put Sentinel on Lubos, actually. I think we'd rather have Lubos get that, have the Wild Heart on them. They're not going to take this fight. They can't take that fight. Easy dragon for us. Let's see. Gold lead is right now 758. Feeling good about that. I think we've got some nice tower pressure. We're pushing on all 3 lanes, which is really nice. Yep, Gold Rush. Okay, they're trying to scale. And to be fair, like scaling against Kid, I think is very easy to do in lane. I think it's the right call. Usually I find Gold Rush to not be particularly effective, but at this point, 32% farming efficiency, it's like the one thing that they're able to do consistently at the moment. Unfortunately for them, it's not going to matter because we're going to... Actually, what do we care more about? I think we care more about clearing out Pirate Lady here because she's been getting all their buffs, and I don't want them pushing and taking that tower. So we're going to go for a 2.5v1 because Sentinel's really half a character. Or Wild Heart, I should say. The bird. The annoying bird. Everyone loves the bird. There we go. There's Shaybomb getting into the game. It's their first Kid game professionally. I think they're doing their part. Push the lane, take the tower. That looks good to me. Do we have anyone that needs to heal? I don't think so. Lubos, Niels, and Wukong for engage on all area with superior numbers can be a good team. Oh, yeah, I mean, look, I think Niels is one of the best characters in the game in general. I'm honestly kind of bummed we didn't roll anyone with him. It's going to be one that when I can expand champion pools is going to be a very early add for me because having that AoE damage is so good. Gang is good, but Gang is more... There's some downside in there, you know? You're kind of a high-risk, high-reward play, and Niels is very consistent, especially if you have characters that can cleanse debuffs at all. You can do some really crazy stuff with Niels. Lubos, I think Knight's Oath is stronger than I originally gave it credit for. I think, in general, Lubos does fall off as the game goes on, but if your goal is to win the early game, which is 100% what I think you need to do in Hell difficulty, I don't think you should ever be trying to play from behind. I do think Lubos is going to be stronger here than it would be in other setups. So I'm expecting to use Lubos a little bit more as a result. Yeah, we'll take a 3v2. Yeah, they're not going to do that. That makes sense. So I could see Lubos there. Wukong I do like for that. The global fighting is huge. I like Omaha a little bit more for that because you add the bird to it, but certainly I think that's very, very fair. With Gang, if you have the trait game precision, when you hit an enemy, you can win all game without a fight. Yeah, interesting. The trait precision. I'd have to look. Can you tell me specifically what precision does? I know precision, like the precise hit card that you can get, but I'm not sure I know precision is a trait off the top of my head. We're going to try to take this tower as quickly as we can, and they will let us destroy it. That's nice. which means we can try to close out the game if we wanted to. I don't actually like where Omaha's health is at, so I'm not going to try to force that, though. Do we have an ability to get Lubos into a duel? Yes. Yes, we do. So we're going to roam bot. And let's duel. We're just going to make bot real sad. We're playing around you, Danny. You've been doing well for us. And I think in this game in particular, this is an Omaha carry game. I think the best thing we can do is just keep on killing. Actually, now that I realize it, because duel ends the fight when the person you target dies, it's actually better to put the duel onto whoever you don't want to kill first in that scenario, because then you can get 2 kills rather than 1. That was a minor blunder on my part. That's the kind of thing that doesn't matter at this level of play, because the computer just isn't strong enough yet, but I should definitely keep that in mind for the future. That's going to matter at some point in time. Okay, yeah, Wukong's coming down from above. I think Kid is about to die. That's okay. I think we're at a point where we're going to not worry about Shay Bomb playing anyone that isn't Frank moving forward. I just don't know. Like, I mean, we haven't seen the 5v5, right? So, like, maybe Kid is worth it in that instinct. Oh, do we go for this? Yeah, fuck it. No, we go for this. Yeah, no, let's do it. This is when Kid should matter, right? Theoretically, if ever it matters, this is when it should matter. Let's try to get Zealot down. I don't like that Omaha is so low heading into this fight, but it's only 11% presence, so it should be less likely to get hit. Fatty, White, and Kid should soak up a lot of damage, theoretically. Lubos, too, though Lubos isn't ideal as an attack target, but certainly better than Omaha. If we could just kill... Yep, we're close. There it is. That's Zealot down. And that means we can now focus on everybody else, which I think will be good. Gang would be the preferred target, but, if we take down Pirate Lady, that's fine, too. Okay. We do have Omaha go down. That was always a risk. But we take down Zhongji Qi. Evolving AI is the name of the match, right? Ah, okay. Yeah. I think you mentioned that in the last stream that we did. Yeah, Edward, easy fight. Yeah, no concerns at all. We may have thrown away Danny's chance to be MVP, and I am sorry about that. But on the bright side, it means that Trixie is probably going to get MVP, which means I get to show Captain Marvelous the win animation, the match of the player of the game animation, I should say, for Fatty White, which is objectively delightful. What can we do here? I think what we do here actually is just knock down this inner top tower with Hail, which is one of the reasons Fatty White is good. Yeah, we got Dragon from that. I spent the treasure card right away, so we got the 100 gold. Yeah, that worked out just fine, I think. Yeah, there it is. 2 dragons. 100% objective rate at the moment. Now, I am going to want to keep track at some point of champs played, because I want to get the quest that we have to play a bunch of different picks. Imagine if Anivia's ult damage towers. Honestly, yeah. It's one of the reasons that this character is so intrinsically silly and why I love them as much as I do for really any level of play. That and the global snowball ability, I should say, is wild. Just like, yeah, would you like to target anyone on the board right now with an attack that does armor reduction? Well, yes. Yes, I would. Thank you so much for asking. I'm going to end here. I want to get a little bit more time to maybe set up a fight. Okay, Gang. That is a nice attack for Gang. Omaha's back up, but so are their people. They've timed this well. I would not be surprised if Kid's about to die. Oh! Okay, they went for Lubos instead. Probably with Fatty White, card cost is high for the effect. I don't know that that's true. I guess it would depend on like what the meta is for towers, right? If towers are bulky, then I would agree with you. But oftentimes they're not. And when they're not bulky, you like inner towers can die from a single hail when you time it appropriately. You do have to, like, it is, I guess, in a lot of ways a win more card, right? Because if the enemy is pushing in, all you're doing is buying yourself some time. But even then I found to be worth it, right? Because not losing, I cannot tell you how many times I've used Fatty White's Hail to just not lose a tower, right? To just not give my opponent a big boost of gold before a key fight. I still find it worth it in those cases. Yeah. 3 cost, I don't care. 3 cost, I will gladly pay it. Now, I will say, I am currently playing with a team in which I don't have a lot of ways to reduce costs. Play with card 4. Because it destroys armor. No, I do? Who do I have that can reduce costs? I mean, I guess Secret Manual, but that's very specific. Focus player with the card that costs 4 before it destroys armor. That's fair. Yeah, Xander, what am I missing? Tell me what I've forgotten. Oh, okay. I misunderstand. You type of said that. Oh, okay, got it. No, that's on me. That's on me. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit of a troll. Inferno March just to deal damage to everybody, and then I can push, and I can push, and then yeah, they'll reset. That's fine. I get another attack before the next thing happens. And this is when I think we'll go Sentinel. And I think this is when we try to end the game. I like this 5v5. Even if we don't win the 5v5, I think we will do enough damage to them that we can win the game off of it. That's my prediction. That's my hope. That's my dream. Gotta just kill Zealot quickly, though. That's kind of going to be the key here, because each of them, when you combine them up, it's over a 50% presence. So they should be getting most of the attacks, and we really need to get on Gang as quickly as possible. But, man, that annoying bird really soaking up some damage for us early, which was big. And now, as a result, Zealot already dead. Huge heal for Kid. Okay, this is where we wanted to be. Now, we do need to kill Gang quickly if we can. Zhangji Qi, I'm very happy dying as well. I really just don't want to attack Wukong. Wukong is kind of a waste of attacks if we're trying to wipe the board as quickly as we can with as minimal casualties as possible. But, yeah, let's see. If we should get at least a couple kills here. Man, a lot of misses. A lot of misses right now. Lubos is in danger. Okay, we got Wukong. Okay, okay. Now, Zhangji Qi, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay, that's fine. This is a 4 for 1? Oh, hey! I got the all guilty. Oh, hey! Achievement unlock. You love to see it. I will say, Emperor Sama, I don't know if you've had the same problem I have. The All Heroes Challenge. I have one hero that I haven't played, according to the game. Now, I'm 99% positive I have played everybody. But, you know, the achievements were not always in the game. So I have no idea who the one missing character is, and it's driving me fucking insane. What was that achievement, Eduardo? That was All Guilty. Using Kid, stack the Verdict ability, which you get essentially like when somebody dies, 8 times in a fight. So there were 5 deaths, but Zealot procs it 3 times. And so he was able to proc that enough times. We did not quite win the game. Pinangju is still alive, but they have a support that has to deal with the rest of the board on their own. They shouldn't be able to do much. Thunderfinger, like, that doesn't do anything. We immediately go into base here. Okay, okay. They're alive. This could be a 5v3. But we got to close out the game again, so we should be all right. Yeah, okay. Secret champ that isn't unlocked? No, Xander, I can assure you that every champion in the game has been added. They are going to be adding more champions over time, but those aren't counted in the achievement. I have checked in the notes. There are 53 champions in the game. I have used all 53 of them as far as I'm concerned, but Steam says I've only used 52, and that makes me a sad panda. And Eduardo, yeah, Kid is very good against summons. That's why I played Kid into Zealot here. It didn't do very well in lane, which not entirely unexpected, but it's one of the reasons here why this 3v5 is going to work out well. Just use Sam? I'm missing the reference on Sam there. Track the individual tracking of achievement. Look, I don't know what Sam is. If you can tell me what that is, I will use it. Because I would love nothing more than to check the individual tracking. Because all Steam says is you got 52 of 53. And it hurts my feelings. Steam Achievement Manager? Okay. I do not know the Steam Achievement Manager. If you can link me on Discord, I'll do that after this. Because I would very much like to know. Oh, man. Ooh. I don't think I try to end the game without Omaha. I don't think I go for a 2v2 here without Omaha. Oh, okay. Maybe not then. Yeah, I don't want to... Especially now that I'm really trying to get all these hell difficulty achievements, I guess I'll deal with the suffering. Okay, we can try to close out the game again. Let's get another hit on the gang. Everyone's at full health on my side. So let's try again. I think this should be good for us. Again, we're just going to try to take Zealot out as quickly as possible. The key here is we should have Omaha the whole fight. I'm not worried about Omaha dying this time around. There we go. There we go. This is looking much better. Look at us. Lubos is close to death, but I'm not actually worried about that. Lubos has done his job with the special attack alone. So everything here is gravy. Wukong down. Gang down. Only a matter of time now. I would love for Lubos to not die. There we go. Alice popping off in that last fight with 3 kills. And with that, it is GG. Siren's Call improved to 3-0. You love to see it, folks. It is funny, right? Because Aurelius is such a fast, like, player of the game animation. And then you get champions like Initi who go on for, like, 15 seconds. It's very funny what how each character is portrayed like that. But yeah, Alice goes 604. Only 12% of the team's damage did not matter. Didn't die. Popped off a lot late. A god among mortals. Couldn't agree more on that. Millennia I thought was a solid game. No problem there. Shaybomb bounced back. Kid, it was looking a little rough early. Felt like they got a couple kills there in the 1v1, but you're not playing Kid for the 1v1. You're playing Kid for the 5v5, and in the 5v5 it did great. Fatty White, Trixie, fantastic job in this game. This is why we prioritize Fatty White, folks. Fatty White is one of the best characters in the game. So much utility. Really did some wonders for us. And then Danny, a great performance. They are penalizing Danny hard because she died twice, which is very silly. Because if you look at the damage numbers here, actually, that's so funny that Kid did more damage than Danny by the end of that. I would not have expected Kid's damage to be at 15,000. But sure, why not? Okay. Sure. Definitely our longest game so far, but we are 3-0, which is really nice. I did not know, like I said, going into Hell difficulty, I tried like 1, maybe 2 games to try to make sure that all of the features worked, that the logo came through, that the goth girls didn't break anything. So we are in uncharted territory for me. And I'm sure that this kind of intro session is not when Hell difficulty is going to be crazy. Okay. Shay wants to level up here. What are Shay's athlete cards right now? Is it not telling me there? Oh, here. Surprises. Okay, yeah, 2 attack cards. I think participating in kills 2 times for round 45 is very doable. But I wouldn't necessarily count on kills. Those cards are expensive, so I feel like this is the play. Yep, nice upgrade there for Shay. Millennia doing a good job on Lubos. Danny, great job on Omaha. Hey, now we finally get to change out some cards, which is good, because our cards right now are kind of terrible. Okay. I think Rethink is better than Aggressive. Like, increasing 5% field hit is fine, but I don't think it's nearly as much utility as being able to shuffle our hand if it's bad. I do like keeping Initiate. I know a lot of junglers have an Initiate option already, but I think we've seen like Roam and Initiate for a jungler very good to hold on to. I would rather replace this Initiate with a better Initiate card down the line, or at the very least something like Warm Up, which or Tactical Adjustment. Those cards that allow you to draw and cycle, always good. Okay, here is, because we already have Surprise Assault, I actually think this is a hot hands angle. I think giving Shay the opportunity to scale is quite good. I don't like hot hands as much as warm up because it's more expensive, but I think if we have the resources for it, we don't have anything else clear to do, I think hot hands can be quite good. Let's see, skillful roaming. Move a hex and increase the cost by 1. I kind of like that more than poke. But I also like for a support is the thing. No, I still like that more than poke. Poke support's not doing a lot of poke damage in general. Quick recall for our top laner. I guess the idea is that quick recall can apply to anyone, which is pretty good. I do think, though, I care more, rather than push, I want versatility, because versatility can be anything. It can even be a push. But more importantly, it can also be a roam, it can also be farm, it can also be initiate. It gives you a lot of options. I like Rethink a lot, but we just got one. I think having versatility will be helpful there. Okay, Cute Frog is our next. We've seen them do pretty well. Alice, the week star, MVP of the week. Well done to Alice. Really happy with her performance. We've got Alice, Millennia, and Trixie as players of the week. We'll have to deal with these penguins sooner rather than later, but that will be for future us to sort out. It's a rainy week. I still don't know what those weeks do. Oh, okay. Alice MVP, love it. Oh, yeah, you love to see it. Millennia, oh, quite low streaming, possibly due to a low number of fans. You know what? I am willing to say, if she wants to stream, I want to reward her. I hate spending 10 points on it, but given the kind of coach I want to be, I'm willing to do so. There we go. We got her the Rocket Fist gift. To this boss for the Rocket gift. Coach, you're pretty serious, huh? Look at that, 300 fans. Man, imagine if it was that easy. It's like, hey, I'm going to give my friend $20 on Twitch, and they get 300 extra viewers. I wish it was that easy. It would make a lot of things a lot easier, I'm sure. But hey, we're going to get coach notes soon, so I can finally write some stuff down. You'll love to see that. Now, Shay is at breakthrough right now, so there's no need for to do too many points that way. Danny, I like getting a little bit more of a boost. Let's give Alice some skill cast and some creep score. I also will give, I guess, some creep score for Trixie. That's fine with me. You don't need a ton of farming on your support, but it can't hurt, right? I always, when someone's a breakthrough, right, you're always better off putting them on stuff like Training Partner to make everyone else better, because you're locked in gaining stats until the mission is complete. Oh, hey, we've built a certain fan base. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to stream. Okay. So this is good because we need points quite badly. Now, gaining followers is harder than it typically would be for us. But Millennia's already started streaming, so, we just rewarded her on that. Let's let her stream some more. Oh, God, that sucks. Oh, no. That was 11 points? Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, well. Got it. Yep, this is hell difficulty. I should have known. Should have been aware of how that one was going. And look at that. The caster's finally realizing what we're up to. Millennia known more as a streamer than for her talent right now, but that'll be fixed soon. We really need to just go in and start ganking for mid lane because we want Shaybomb to break through as quickly as possible. Okay, they banned Fatty White. I would too if you saw our last game. Who do we want to ban? I'm thinking Kamaitachi, because Kamaitachi, that mobility is insane, and we don't have an answer for it. The other thing we could ban is Niels. Niels is very good. But we can always play Gang into it. So yeah, Kamaitachi. Now we're going to pick two. Now we are trying to give some variety for our picks this month. So we already picked Aurelio in the last game, which is why I'm glad to pick... Actually, you know what? Yeah, they can pick Justice. I'm not going to let them pick Justice. We're going to take Justice. That's contested. I also like the idea... I'm going to pick Burial for jungle, but almost certainly... Okay. So they do go Zealot, which means we want to go Gang here. That seems like the stronger play. And if that's the case, I think maybe we go... Ooh. I'm just trying to think, would mid Tiger Boy be good? Probably not, right? Like, Tiger Boy's good into Dylan, but it's bad against Frank, and it's bad against Kid. I think we just go Frank. I think we don't overthink it. I think we see the rest of their comp. They're going to go Kid. That's fair. And they go for Mickey, so they're going for the objective fights. That is going to be really annoying, but I think it's something we can deal with. I think the key here for support, what do we need? I mean, Palulu is great for the team fights because it's going to be the shield with Burial. Dylan's interesting. I actually kind of like Dylan in a meta in which like gold doesn't matter very much, because those stat buffs are huge and you're not putting yourself behind on buying items because there aren't any items to buy. So there's some real value there. Like, Tiger Boy could be good, but Tiger Boy's like better in lane. When it gets to Zealot, you're not gonna really want to have Tiger Boy there. Paisai's good if the fights go long, and they should go long with Frank. I think I'm gonna go Dylan. I think I'm Dylaning it up. I think Dylan doesn't have to care about his gold. So, in a meta in which gold doesn't matter, but stat buffs do, I actually think Dylan's quite good. And before someone points out to me that Dylan's always good and I just overvalue gold items, that's possible. I am learning to appreciate Dylan a little bit more. I just really don't like it in mid lane, because in mid lane you really do want those items and you don't want to give up the lane, which Dylan basically does against most things. Okay. Code Assimilation. Are they going for a 2v1 gank on the... Okay, I thought they were going to be Chick running to make this a 3v1. Oh, okay. Chick charge. Okay. Well, they're going to gank Frank. It's 4 rounds, so if ever you were going to successfully kill Frank, this would be the time. And I think they're going to do it. Damn. This is not what the game meant when they said participate in kills before round 45, unfortunately. That is a nice first blood for them. How do we respond? We could, like, I don't... God, we certainly don't want to tower dive, right? Like, there's no benefit to that. A little bit of boom damage. Like, we could just poke under tower. I think what we do is we increase the farming efficiency for gang. We're just going to play around that bot lane as much as we can. Charge to get some shields. Charge to get some more shields. I am Justice just to prepare Justice to pop off. And I think we're going to leave it there for now. Okay. Now we have a 2-for-1. 2v1 in mid lane. Can we do better? I think we can. I think we can make it a 3v1. It's gonna make this here. Yeah, that is a 3v1 indeed. Let's see. Surprise Assault is 3 rounds. Into the Breach is 3 rounds. And we get the final fight card, which is better. So let's do that. 3v1. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we're going to give that buff to Burial here. Because he's got the crit chance. A lot of... okay. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Just to slash the tower, get some more pressure. We're going to charge forward so that we can final shot, steal a bunch of their stuff. Boom and lane, because we can do more damage to them than they can to us. And we call it there. That bumps Kid away. Like, I'm okay with that. It's not certainly what I wanted, and we are certainly still behind, but I think as long as we don't get ganked bot, we're okay. I feel like that's the one thing that could be a real problem for us, And it doesn't look like they have it, thankfully. Okay, great. So I feel like... Ooh. I feel like Demolish bot lane is really good for us. That puts extra pressure there. We have Shut Up as well. Happy birthday. Ow, that did way more damage to me than I would have liked. So I guess we're gonna boom. Shut Up. Gang goes back to full. And we'll go into this dragon fight. Okay. We only need to kill one. Okay, they're going for it. Now, if we could just target Xiaogong Li, we're good. That's all we need to do. That's all we need to do. Target their damage dealer once. Just one attack. Gang is AoE, right? So just... Okay. Not as much AoE damage as I would have expected, but that's okay. Okay. There we go. Got it. Great. Needed that. Had that gone poorly, we would have really been in trouble. Because Gang would have lost the farming efficiency that we got from the blue pill. Which is a huge part of why this lane lead is what it is right now. Now, we really want to get Frank involved in this game as quickly as we can, because Shaybomb is otherwise going to be frozen from a stat perspective. And that would be a real shame. But I don't know if we have a great opportunity for that. Certainly have fisticuffs. They can deal a lot of damage to each other. Green bottle. Give Frank some more love. Okay. We don't have any fight cards. So we're just going to hot hands. We're just going to let Frank scale. I don't have to like it. I don't think Frank's getting any progress towards the mission right now, which is a real bummer. Well, okay, we do have this. We do have this. Ah, they didn't let me fight. Damn it. Okay. They just gave me the Herald. It would have been really nice for the sake of Shay's stats if that had not been true. Just Kid is really hard to get a lot of pressure against in the early game, right? Even when you win fights against Kid, getting the kill is tough. And Frank's about to be ganked again. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go well. Because Kid can't miss. Yeah, it's over. Let's go, Frank. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but this turns out to be a tough lane for Frank. That's good for me to keep in mind for my coach notes, for sure. A pain. But we are winning both of our other lanes. Gang getting some health, I think, is good. Let's focus. That's only 2 damage, but I still think it's worth it. We could go for another... Actually, okay. Because we have the ult coming up soon. Hear me out, we draft Zealot. I mean, fair. The thing about Zealot, though, is it's not good when the opponent's playing AoE. Like, if you're drafting Zealot, you're putting yourself at risk. Ah, God, I think if we hadn't missed that one attack, we would have been okay. But like, Zealot is very good as long as several things don't happen. And you saw we had no problem against Zealot in the last game, right? Because Lubos with a special attack. Hakuna with a special attack would have been really nice. I think maybe the argument is Hakuna would have been better in top lane than Justice. I really value Justice at this point of the game and this point of the league that we're in. Maybe that's wrong of me. Maybe my biases coming to roost here. 4v5. Do we take this? Let me check the stats here real quick. We are ahead. Easy win? Easy win. Okay. I'm going to hit this button, Xander. And if it goes poorly, I want you to know this is your fault. We're going for it. Dylan is going to give the attack power to Gang. God, I am terrified. I mean, I love Frank here. Frank's in a good spot. Frank's in a good spot. We just really need for some attacks to go our way. We're getting a lot of attack animations. But, like, Frank's not in danger. Burial's in a little bit of trouble, but not crazy amount of trouble. The problem is Kid, when Zealot dies, is about to go back up to full health and be a menace to society. That's a kill on the Burial. That's a kill on the Zealot. That means this is a 3v4 now. It all comes down. Can we attack the support? Can we attack the support? Oh my god, their support's low. Their carry's low. We just need to not attack their front line. Just ignore the front line. Just ignore the front line. You don't have to attack Mickey. You actually don't need to attack... Ah! Yeah. Well, I hope you're happy, Xander. I hope you're feeling good about the life choices that you have pushed on all of us. It was close. It was actually surprisingly close. I feel a lot less bad about that than I could. The only thing that I worry about is the fact that now Kid can really do some damage here. Can we do anything about that? Not really. I mean, I'm going to do some poke damage there. I think what we do, funnily enough... So we're at full health. I think we bring Justice back. I don't think we have anything we could do for 1 mana. I think we close out the game. I think a 5v5 where our full team is healthy, we win. If the 4v5 was that close, and the 4v5 was close, I think the 5v5 is in our favor. We should just win. Kid is going to be obnoxious. I don't think we kill Kid in this round, but I think we win the fight, and therefore it's worth it. I think this is going to be 4 kills for 2, if I could make a prediction. I don't like how much damage Burial's already taken. I want to be on the record about that. That is, they have hard focus Burial despite having a 25% hit rate. And I don't care for it, and I would like them to stop. There we go. Get out of here, Zealot. That's the power of justice right there. Oh, Burial with 2 health. Millennia does not want to die. She wants this for the highlight reel. She's going to show all her fans on stream after this game is over. Now, if we could just not hit Kid the entire time, that'd be cool. Okay, there we go. Okay, Burial crit Kid. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, this is actually possible. If all of our hits... Yep, okay. Yep. Got it. GG. GG. Millennia got the crit onto Kid. Insane. Burial making through 3 attacks with 2 HP is wild. Yeah, the shield ended up paying off really, really well. Imagine if I'd had Palulu instead of Dylan. But I don't know. I don't think Dylan was the problem here. But damn. Okay, we got it. GG. Not even close, baby. Gang, Danny with the MVP. Well done, Danny. Your first MVP. Well deserved too on Gang. I will say, Bob's a cool word. You did say that you wanted to be a one trick, and I have not made you a one trick so far. Your versatility has actually been the strongest part of our bot lane so far. But I hope that's okay. I hope winning MVP helps soothe that wound. And more importantly, I think we hit our challenge for the month because we already have gotten to 10 played champions because we played 5 different picks than we did the week before. Invited Danny in Spring League, God inviting an event. Why don't you give it a try too? Hell yeah. Just don't get signed away, Danny. We want you in the long run. We're here. Gang can be played like this? Learn something new. Thank you, Professor Danny. Bears and Sucks. I missed that username. Okay, that's great. Yeah, but good game overall. Trixie did well with Dylan. You know, Dylan's always hard for me to measure, but the fact of the matter is giving the farm efficiency to Gang was huge because it allowed Gang to scale, allowed Gang to start doing more damage in that last fight. And that, like, just those incremental advantages that Dylan was able to give really added up there. Alice continuing to look great onto Justice. No surprise there. Justice a really strong champion at this point in the game. You know, like the Mickey did well. I don't want to give any negatives towards the Mickey. I thought that was about as well as they could play out that lane, but that's why Justice is just so strong. Look, did Millennia have the best game in the world? No. Did Shaybomb have the best game in the world? No. But still fine. Yeah, pay no attention to this gold chart. Definitely never concerned at all. There we go. Look at that. Start getting some hero spoon medals. Oh, Alice has now hit a limit. Yeah, we didn't get any kills before round 45. Yeah, proud of Danny. We're all proud of Danny, no doubt there. Don't love that now Alice is also at a breakthrough point. We really in a little bit of trouble. Achieve 1,000 gold difference over an opponent. I'm going to say participate in killing for 4 times. I think not having a round limit on that's really been the problem. Burial boost, gang boost. Okay. Oh, probe attack is so much better than poke. That's going to potentially... That's a poke that also makes initiate cards cheaper. Probe attack is great. Prepare for action is also great. I would take that over push for bot lane any day, but unfortunately you can only get 1 card at a time. As you can see, Eduardo, we are so close to qualifying. I think even if we lose these games, we're going to get there. But we're not going to lose. Yeah, Danny, player of the month. 2 burial games, 1 Omaha, 1 gang. Look at that. Highest average 45 round kill. Lowest average deaths. First blood round. Doing it at round 18 regularly. KDA, very strong. Here's our month. It's all members of Siren's Call. The Goth Girls remain undefeated, and I don't think anyone should be surprised by that. Oh my goodness. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, okay. Faint groaning. Oh, hey, it's our fried chicken man. He's the owner of Grinning Chicken. Everyone calls him Chef. Why not sponsor a team? Hell yeah. I'll have a bite. Spicy flavor instantly fell to mouth. Oh, drink some water. Yeah, why are you sponsoring us? Daughter's a big fan of the club. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? You can give it to the players. They'll appreciate it. I've never known an esports player who will turn down free fried chicken. Okay. So 100 warriors here. They do have the highest average kills in the league. Lowest ranked first blood. That's kind of funny. Yeah, wholesome moment. Absolutely. That's one of those, like, if there's one thing that really puts this game to a point where I don't think I will ever play Teamfight Manager again. I mean, certainly the fact that it's a card game goes a long way for me, but I think more than anything, it's the little stuff, right? It's the fact that there are player interviews, which we haven't even gotten to the interviews yet, but the fact that interviews exist, that you have those inner scene things, it feels like a team. You're not just going through the motions of something resembling a MOBA and having these arena fights because, you know, you have characters that have MOBA-like abilities. Like, it feels like an esports experience. It's, a card game that does the gameplay of a MOBA better. It's, 100%. And I don't know how much they knew about Teamfight Manager when they made this game. I don't know that it would have mattered. Okay. Millennia is still playing some ranked matches. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to silently observe. After the athlete sessions, they started to see me turn around. Yeah, and it has the person touches. It's true. Yeah, I'm going to explain some issues that you had. Is that so? I understand now. Go to sleep. Oh, wait. Is she frozen too? Why did she not get any mechanics bonus? What? I was robbed. I was absolutely robbed. Yeah, hero mastery, sure. Yeah, no, understood. So, I don't know why Millennia didn't get any points there. That was bullying. Shoot. Oh. I mean, I know, like, I guess. Having two people on breakthrough point is tough. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't know what else we can do here. So, Danny, 32 offense, 30 defense. Danny's gonna really be our MVP. We're playing around our bot lane. We're absolutely not going to waste our time on live streaming for now if we don't absolutely have to. Yeah, I mean, look, Danny's so good that training barely does anything. So we're going to go for Millennia here. I'm going to go for defense. Defense a little bit better for Millennia. She had some deaths last game that we can really work on. Look at that. D- bot lane. Okay. I think I'm going to play this game and the next game, and then we're going to end when we finally hit League 2. I think that's going to be the closing part of the stream, just because that feels like a good stopping point. Yeah, God, we got that boss bitch energy, really. Coach's notes can help in pick and ban phase. Yeah, I'll deal with coach notes in between here. There are a couple of things I want to note down, like the kid is really good into Zealot. Speaking of which, we're on blue side. What do I want to ban? I want to first pick Fatty White, so I'm going to ban Justice. Oh, they banned Fatty White. Okay, yeah, no, I would too. Oof. What do we first pick then? I think we first pick Kid, right? Because we almost certainly, like, if we pick Frank, I want to force them onto Zealot, and we could play Gang and have a really good time into Zealot. It feels weird to first pick a champ I'm not fully convinced by. But actually, you know what? If I'm saying that I think I have an even better idea, which is to first pick Hakuna. Hakuna really good at setting up plays, really tanky. That special attack at the start of fight's really strong. I really like Hakuna in this situation. Okay, so that's a little bit annoying. They do pick Gang, which means we have to pick Kid here. We don't really have a choice. We could leave Frank up, but I really don't want to. So I think I'm going to go Frank top. I think we're going to send Alice Frank. Force them into the Zealot. I feel okay about that. Aurelio, a little annoying. Definitely not my preferred outcome. But I'm okay with that because we're going to get Burial Palulu bot. And I just want something assured in bot lane. I almost picked Alemi because I like getting Alemi some more experience while we're playing worse opponents right now. I don't love that I've hard focused a couple picks. But, like, I mean, it's Burial Palulu in the early game. It just has to be done. It's just so consistent to play into. And now we really need... We want to play Frank cards in general, I think, right? That's the... Let me see here. Do we have the breakthrough qualification that we need? Oh, it doesn't tell me here? That's not good. Oh, no, breakthrough. It does. Okay, okay. So, participate in killing 4 times. Okay, yeah. So we don't have to worry about Frank in terms of timing. So we're just going to count on the final fight being a thing that Frank's involved in. We need to gank for Kid. That's huge. And luckily, we are already quite ahead in gold. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I'm not going to be mad at it. Okay. Can we do anything? Yeah, we can do a 2v1 gank mid. Is that as good as a 3v2 gank bot? Maybe, maybe not. But one of them we need a breakthrough on. So that's what we're going to do. Do we even get this kill? I mean, I think we need to try no matter what, right? I don't think we have another option. I think if we can push Zhang Jiki out of lane, then we're in a good spot in general. Yeah, it's not going to do enough. That's the problem, is that Shaybom doesn't have any great early game champs, and I think I just overestimated the likelihood that, like, a team fight would happen that Shaybom would be involved in. We kind of need to make sure that Herald happens. That's really a surprisingly significant part of it. Do we rethink here? I don't think so. I think that's fine. Okay. I don't care if they 2v1 gank top lane, which I imagine is what they're going to do here. 3v1 gank top lane. Now, if we could just focus Zhang Jiki, there's only a 20% chance. But everything's a 20% chance. And actually, yeah, they're missing so many attacks. Shaybom doing a great job right now. Good stuff. Good stuff. They are going to get to act again before us, which is a little bit of a shame, but I don't... Like, given how the lanes have reset, I don't see a great opportunity for them. Like, I guess they can 2v1 gank Kid, but is that the life you want to live? I don't think so. Red powder. Okay, they're just buffing up here. That's fine. Ooh. Dominant onslaught. What does that look like? That looks like a 4v3. Which seems good, actually. Let's put the bounty on Dylan. Poke. Wait, why did it miss? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Still gonna push. Still a 4v3. And we're gonna hope we get some kills. And Hakuna, we're going to target the gang because it has the highest HP left. And we're just looking for kills. It's a 5-turn battle, so I think with gang we should be able to get at least 1. If we get 2, we just finished Shaybom's quest right now, and we are so happy. Yeah, first blood. Let's go. Let's go. Dylan. Kill Dylan. We don't care about gang. Just kill Dylan. Kill Dylan. Thank you. Thank you! Thank you! There we fucking go! Shaybomb! That's how you fucking do it. And then we're gonna plunder. And we're gonna plunder. And that's gonna be first tower. Shaybomb popping off. Shaybomb's ready to break through. Now we just need to get Alice involved in the game. But again, I think we're going to be able to do that just fine through other means. Let's see. Dragon is coming up. It's going to be bot lane and Aurelio. Is there anything we can do to make Aurelio's life less fun? That's the question. Kinda. Not really. Let's see. I think I can actually hit Frank to get a boost. I didn't... Ooh, that's a nice, interesting synergy. So Frank and Kid, because Kid damages your own ally hero, and Frank gets stronger when you injure him from the board. That's interesting. Oh, I wouldn't have even thought of that until I was seeing that interaction. Oh, that's good. Wouldn't shield Burial because he could use it? Yeah, I'm going to let that be that. I'm going to be that. I mean, they're going to get a boost. They have the same ability we do. We'll see if they use it better than we did. I hope they don't. Yeah, free firing, that's fine. Kid's not in this fight. Scaling for Zealot, that's fine. I don't care about Zealot scaling. Kind of care about 2 Zealot scalings, but not much. Now we head in the fight. Okay. Yep, we're going to hit Aurelio here because of the most HP. If we could just focus gang. Like, I mean, we're going to win this fight anyway. I don't... Like, Aurelio crits are going to be annoying, don't get me wrong. But unless they hit the 20% on Polulu a whole bunch, it shouldn't matter. Just given how much of a shield that Burial has. And the crit on him. Just one more good attack on gang. Just one more good attack on gang. That's all I ask. Just one more good attack on gang. Or one attack on Aurelio, I guess. Hakuna, if you want to get the kill. Okay. Okay, fine. Kill. Got it. Well done to Danny. Danny, again, becoming our MVP as we move on in this division. Not that I ever had a doubt. Remember when Danny had like 6 offense? What a time to be alive. Treasure. That's great. We have an offensive attack there. I don't think we actually want it. Do we have any way to, like, get this to matter? I don't think we do. I kind of feel like we let the lane push and go for a gank next turn. So let's pass. Let's pass. Wait, Burial, why didn't you move up? Burial, buddy, pal, friend. Burial, please. Whatever, we're gonna push. We're gonna get inner mid. Is that enough to force the 5v5? I don't think quite yet. Actually, hold on. Kid back to base. Yeah, let's do it. Because it's going to keep coming back based on the early game meta. So We're going to keep getting those opportunities. And I really think Hakuna's special attack on a Zealot is so good. Getting the Aurelio here does a lot of damage to Zealot. Kid is going to benefit so much from this. And if 4 kills come through now, even if we don't win the fight off of this, that's a guaranteed Alice breakthrough as well. Which is why we want these team fights, right? Team fights are bread and butter for leveling up our characters right now. Kid with a bonus attack. I don't know how Kid earned that, but I'm not mad at it. Okay. Zealot. Dead. Can we win this? I didn't think we could actually win this, but it's a 5v3. Burial crits. Yep, that's Aurelio down. Like, who is it on that team that's gonna... Yeah, like, they've spent so much time on Frank that his offense has been boosted. Yeah, Dylan's down. Okay, this is gonna happen. We're gonna win this. Yeah! Bam! There we fucking go. Okay. And this is my first time seeing the Kid MVP animation. Good job. Shaybomb getting back to that MVP status. As if there was ever a doubt. It's interesting. I didn't think of the synergistic between Kid and Frank. That's so interesting. God, I have to decide. I'm about to enter a very interesting conversation about like how much I want to play around with these coaches' notes. I do think I should use it more than I have. Just man, oh man, it is going to be easy to get lost in. Yeah, look at this. Everybody performing great. One of the best team-wide performances we've seen. Danny just 1 point away, 1 decimal point away from being MVP again. Great performance there. Alice did great. Millennia did great. Trixie, very strong Palulu. Supports never quite get their due, but that was a huge here. 8-0-28. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Good stuff. And let's see, what can we get as a bonus for mid lane? I'll take the 5 attack power. That's fine. And now for Alice. 50 max HP. Great. Frank boost there. Hakuna boost here. Okay. So let's get some stuff on the board from where we're at right now, because I think that's worth doing. Palulu synergistic with Burial for sure. What else is synergistic with Burial? Nothing comes to mind. Let's think Zealot here. Zealot, is it a disadvantage against Gang, disadvantage against Niels, disadvantage against Hakuna. Kid here. Actually, yeah, so Zealot actually I should have disadvantage against Kid as well, because Kid has a huge advantage against Zealot. Okay, I already have that. Oh, it does. So it does kind of track some of these things. That's nice. Justice is a counter to Aurelio. I think I've tracked in the past. Yeah, we have a coach's notes section. We just unlocked it, but it is quite nice. It does allow you to track these things, and you can check your notes in pick ban, which is very cool. I do appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, disadvantage against Wolfgang, counters Lubos. I'm not sure I agree with that anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove that. I think my ideas have evolved a little bit since then. This was synergistic with Frank. Let me make sure that's noted down. Let's see, are there any others that immediately go to mind? Off the top of my head, not really. Yeah, I'm gonna just stick there for now. That's something. I'll have to take note of some things. But yeah, we've already maxed out our qualification meter. This game against Ugly Penguin is just for our own sake. Shaybomb, MVP of the week. We got Alice, also huge MVP section. Some really strong performances by the Flame Pirates there. I would not have expected our bot lane to have lost both of those slots, given how well Danny played. But hey, what are you going to do? It's a sunny day. We're going up against Ugly Penguin. Let's remove all here. Coordination. I like some bot lane coordination. I want to give Shay... Actually, I want to give Alice some more attack. I feel like Alice needs it more than anything. I'm going to do that here. Maybe give Alice a little bit of love. From a creep score perspective, I like that. I like this. Alice can kind of afford that, I think. And then Danny, Trixie. And I feel okay with that. Now, what are my milestones I need to hit? Okay, that's not athlete. That's not what I meant. Rank. Okay, advance to League 2. Okay, I just need to finish this section up, and I'll get to rank C, which is good. Hero Mastery. How much do you need for these picks? Right. Oh, just one. Okay, so we can make a lot of... Who gets the most benefit from this? Wolfgang and Wukong I really like. Alemi I like, but I don't really care about Deep Space. Don't care about these picks, so I think I'm going to do that. Oh, critical success. That's great. Wukong levels up. Wolfgang levels up. And we're going to go to our last game of the night. So we can start our next stream at League 2, which I think would be our best case scenario here. Okay. Let's take down these ugly penguins. Okay. They banned Palulu. Okay, so they have done their scouting report. God, what am I more afraid of? Giving them Justice or giving them Fatty White? I hate to say this. I'm going to say I don't want them to have Fatty White. I'm going to risk Justice being first picked here, and I don't feel good about that. Okay, never mind. It's fine. It doesn't matter. They first picked Deep Space. Oh, God. Okay, cool. So we pick Gang because well, actually, I kind of want to get a Lemmy experience here. I don't have to worry about Gang being contested, so we're going to pick Justice for sure. And we're going to pick, I think we go Hakuna. I think that's the play here. They go Burial Jungle, that's fine. And they go Frank. Which means... I think we actually go Tiger Boy mid. Gonna lose qualities to Deep Space. God, could you imagine? No. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna go... Yeah, I think this is Tiger Boy. I think this is a Tiger Boy angle. And I think this is... Do these fights go long? Not necessarily. So I think this is... Dylan. I think we forced them onto Paizai, which... I don't know. Maybe they're happy with that. I don't know. Paizai does like longer fights, and Frank certainly likes longer fights. But the goal is for that to not be a problem. And I think we will go Alemi. I think at this point we just want enough experience to get to intermediate. This game doesn't matter. If we lose this game, nothing changes for us. But I think we're going to win it anyway. I feel good about this team. God, if we lost qualifiers to Deep Space, I would feel sad. This would be, if the one loss on stream today is to fucking Deep Space, that would be a tough pill to swallow. I will be honest about that. Okay, are they going to gank bot? No, okay. Justice clearing. Go for a 3v1 on Tiger Boy. I don't think that's gonna go well for us, Chief. Can at least prevent some attacks going in. They've missed a lot. I think Tiger Boy survives. Wow. Okay. Cool. Great. Awesome. I don't know that we deserve that. Oh my god, they're adrenalining. Oh my god. Okay. For an... Oh no. Oh no. This is worst case scenario. This team knows how to play the card game. Yeah, that's first blood. Nothing we can do about that. They did adrenaline early, which is overall good for us, I think. But not great for us. Let's probe attack. Yeah, that's a zero cost initiate. That's great. We're gonna give a Lemmy some boost there. Rapid shooting, I think, is good. We missed early. Let's see if we can get a 2v1 gank top that can kill Mickey. That would be great. With the special attack, I think that helps. Nope, not quite. Not quite. Okay. Man. Okay, well, Mickey backs away. We're gonna get some top lane pressure. We do lose a lot of pressure in mid lane, and that combo to lose first blood is painful, but it's also not something they can replicate. Like, adrenaline's been spent, and now every time they draw it, it has a negative. He's literally riding a chocobo. Yeah, that is Mickey's skill set. He rides a chocobo and can go real far. He's never out of a fight. That's kind of his thing. Okay. Let's see. 4? Yeah. Gonna do that. We're gonna do that. That's first tower. For red powder, let's bump up a Lemmy. Hot hands and push. I think that's the play. We're gonna get another set of cards because of our bonus right before Dragon, which will be great. Yep, okay. They also do. Okay, crap. Okay, well, that's fine. Volley is annoying, but I don't think it did much there. We have quick recall, which means the Lemmy's going to get a boost. Their Frank is scaling, though. I am a little worried about that. Frank is the problem on that team. Frank is the one guy I'm genuinely worried about. I don't really know how this Frank Tiger Boy lane goes. I really picked Tiger Boy because I thought it would be good to test. Worst thing he could have done is hit burial both those times. Because the shield prevents the stun. That's a bad time here. Now, luckily, it does not affect the dragon fight. I'm not sure that's enough to make me feel good about the sequence of events we just saw. But let's see. How far down are we? 700 gold. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're okay. We're fine. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. I'm definitely not saying that to appease my own anxiety. Akunda's going to be around in this fight. Let's see. What can we do? Let's crossfire. Let's continuously poke. And poke. Who needs to get boosted? I think all of us are at good health. On the upside, Tiger Boy is dragging a lot of attention from your side lanes. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, we're playing through bot lane. That's the goal. 100%, which is why we're going to IM Justice here. Okay, we just need a kill, which we can actually do onto Deep Space, I think, somewhat reasonably. We're going to give the boost to Hakuna. And we're going to attack. Like, Deep Space, actually, no, we take more damage if we target Mickey. Wow, okay, not as much as I thought it would actually happen on Deep Space. If we could focus Deep Space down, I know it's not a high chance, but oh boy. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. We're getting after Burial. We're putting Burial in a tough spot, which is really all we can ask for. None of our people are that low yet. We're not getting onto Deep Space quite the way I wanted. Burial's dead. We got it. Okay. Just ignore the fact that Dylan had 11 health at the end of that. If you ignore the fact that Dylan had 11 health, that was a clean fight, and we did a great job. Underestimation of Deep Space may cost you the match. No, so here's the thing about Deep Space, is that Deep Space gets stronger if they're not targeted. And in team fights, with more people attacking and with the AoEs we have, we're going to be okay. Yeah, Dylan definitely the GOAT for surviving with 11 HP. Also, Dragon does not always chill in the back. There are version rules that have the Dragon dealing damage over time as the fight goes on. We're just not in that version of the game right now. So, it is chilling for now. Just enjoying the view. Okay. Frank, we lose outer tower. That's fine. I don't love it, but it's fine. Let's see. What can we do? So you have dominant onslaught here. This is a 3-for-3. We don't really want a 3-for-3. That's not much of anything for us. We could. Let's see. So it's all heroes within 3 hexes. So this hex is 1, 2, 3 away. But 1, 2, 3, 4 away from Burial. So we can make it a 3v2. Is that worth it? I think it is. One, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So this is a 3v2. And I think it's absolutely worth our time. Let's double trouble onto Justice here. And let's do it. Okay. Like, Frank is annoying here. There's no doubt about that. But Hakuna HP damage. We blocked Mickey from attacking there. We just need to focus. If we could focus Frank just a little bit more consistently. Yeah, there it is. Justice with a nuke. That's what we needed. That was the goal. That was the goal. Frank down. Tiger Boy getting a little bit more. And there we go. We got the gold lead back. That's what we needed. Plunder on that for sure. Justice Slash. That gets us an inner tower. Yeah, good. Good. Okay, 2v3? This is actually a problem. This is when Deep Space is scary. Okay. Now, Alemi needs to do a lot of work here. Hitting... Okay. Dylan actually did a huge job hitting Deep Space there. Yeah, great. Okay. Ah! So close. That was so close to actually being okay. Like, surprisingly close to actually being okay. But that's fine. 3v3. Yep, we'll take that. Akuna's going to be able to do a lot of damage just by targeting the Frank here with his special attack because it goes off of the percentage of HP. And it turns out Frank has a lot of that, which means Burial should be in trouble. If we focus him, of course. Everyone's equally likely. If we could just focus Burial, please. Okay. Just one more attack on Burial and probably Injustice range. Oh my god. Okay, fine. Well, no one gets it. Don't focus the Frank. Yeah, right? Like, look, Frank needs to be hit by Hakuna and then never again. That's the goal. That's the goal. You should know. You're right. You're 100%. You should know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, tie's not a loss. I'm fine with it. We don't have to worry about Dylan Gold. It does mean this gold chart's just not going to look great at the end of the game. I don't think I care. Look at this nerd. Oh, Walter. If this is the moment that you realize how much of a nerd I am, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. What can I... Do we just go for it? I kind of want to just go for it. I think we go for the 5v5. Like, Dylan's low, yeah. But if Dylan dies, who gives a shit? Yeah, we're going for it. We're going for it. And we're going to bump up with Dylan. We're going to bump up Alemi because Alemi gets the 2 attacks. We're just going to make sure Deep Space never gets time. We're going to... Hakuna's going to hit Frank with this extra damage. This is going to do a lot of damage to everybody. There we go. Mickey's down. Already in a good spot. Like, Frank is unfortunately going to take a lot of damage here. He does have the upgraded presence. So, to be fair, it's the same presence as Burial. And if we could just focus Burial, this game's over. But we're actually... You know, I'll take it back. At this point, yeah, just kill Frank. Frank's down. They have no tanks anymore. We've got 4 rounds. We should be able to do this. Just, yeah, get Burial. Great. Awesome. We're 1 attack away. Yeah, Deep Space is in trouble. Yep, that takes down Paizai. Yeah, there we go. G-fucking G. Look at that Alemi damage. 4,125. Alemi and Dylan, I think, are synergistic. Just because those Dylan buffs, you get multiple attacks in a turn on Alemi. That was clean. That was a clean final fight. Thank you, thank you. Justice MVP. Alice. Well deserved. .8 score. You love to see it. I'm a fan of Ugly Penguin. Next time we meet, go easy on me. Don't worry, we're never going to meet Ugly Penguin again. We're moving on to bigger and better things. Ugly Penguin, good luck to y'all next time around. Would have been embarrassing if you lost that. Yeah, but we never lose. Sure, this is hell difficulty, and as such, my hubris would be really embarrassing, but, you know, 6-0. Alice really did a great job. Fantastic play. Yep, well done by her here. We love seeing Justice slowly but surely. We're getting that experience. Great Hakuna game. Very happy with that. Alice is the GOAT. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I do find it very funny. That was not my original intention, Xander, when it was just recommended by Emperor Sama, who was in the chat earlier. But yeah, no, 100%. Right, and should say so. Danny, did Danny hit breakthrough? Kind of hope not, because I really like making Danny super powerful. But we're gonna do what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put Dylan as synergistic for Alemi. I actually really like that boost. Let's see, Rattling or Plan B. Do I like Plan B better than Roam for my jungler? No. Do I like Plan B better than Initiate for my jungler? What's the champ pool again? Okay, has a built-in attack, has a built-in attack, has a built-in attack, built-in attack, built-in attack, built-in attack. Yeah, 100% I do. Yeah, I'll plan B. That's fine. I really like having one initiate card on my jungler in general, but in the champ pool, Millennia will always have at least one, and so it's 100% worth it. For mid lane, do I like plan B drawing 2 cards more than I like push? Yeah, I do. Push, you know, a tower damage isn't bad, but I find push to be very situational. Push command? Let's see. I like push command more than push for a support, so I'll take it. And there we go. We have advanced into League 2. Alice, MVP of the week. Millennia also the top jungler in the league. I think our bot lane was robbed, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. We just got 60 training points. And we have made our way into League 2. And got the rank C promotion. Look at all these upgrades. I'm just going to do the busy work here, because so that next week we could just, or next stream I should say, we could just jump in. Show me the data. Hey, guess what? We're not getting rid of anybody. Because here's the thing. I could, right? Like, I could look for other players. In fact, given that in this difficulty, there is a limit to how quickly players can grow, it probably is disadvantageous to not. Yeah, exactly, Walter, you're 100% correct. You can't cut a hot goth e-girl. I'm not guaranteed to get another hot goth e-girl. It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. Pleasant cooperation. We are professionals now. And now we get to find out what the game looks like as we head into next stream. But we've got our players. We trust in you. Absolutely, Alice. Players performed exceptionally well. You're feeling a lot of pressure. Trixie has the faith. Yeah. Let's work together to face the challenges ahead. They have faith in their coach. Oh! We got a captain! Oh, that's new. They must have added that recently. Yeah, Danny... look, Bob's a cool word. I'm not even sure if you're still here. I know it's super late for you, so if you're not, I totally understand. But I am very proud and happy to anoint you as team captain. And thank you again so much for pointing me onto this game. I love it so much. There we go. Captain for the season. There we go. I don't know what that does other than give a title, but it serves. Okay, so let's see what the stats look like, right? We are ranked 12th out of 13 teams. And I'll be honest, we're kind of, like, statistically behind Team Ace. How good... Oh. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, how far down before we get back to some Ds? Okay, Galaxy... Pizza Party, okay, RNJ, 42, oh boy, okay. We are underdogs. And, oh, Danny, number 10 on the most of the players to watch. Well done, Danny. Really happy to see it. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, well, Walter, we're on hell difficulty. I don't know what you expected. Oh my goodness. Okay, so who do we get here? Peter, Tivy, Bart, Baji, and Ada. Okay, so here are the rules. Bounty every round. So Mo would be insane if Mo was in the game, but they're not. Dealing damage to turrets gives gold, but they all have more max HP. Oh, crit meta. Crit meta. Okay. Wow, okay, there's only one dragon fight. It's at round 60. Okay. So Mickey's not that good. Because Mickey's involved in both Herald fights, so Mickey's just not good, actually. Top jungle support is such a weird trio for Herald fights. That's so interesting. Oof. We do get the Summon Herald card. It just deals 5 damage straight up, so that's something. Dragon Bless. Choose an enemy turret, deal 8 damage? What? Okay. So Dragon's just a bigger Herald. Final fight, round 90. Okay. Turrets? Oh, God. So turrets do less damage in early rounds, but they scale stronger. And outer turrets got buffed a lot, which does inhibit champs like Justice a bit. Yep, here's the equipment. Okay, cool. Yep. We'll worry about this next patch. We're up against T-Base first. We're definitely going to go for our tower kill. We want to win 8 objective team fights. Actually, they scale to the same max. Just easier to dive early. They scale to the same... Yeah. The tower damage for sure. But the problem is tower health is a lot higher. I'm a lot more worried about tower health than I am about tower damage, if that makes sense. Because we haven't tower dived once. We you know, it's not the thing that keeps me up at night. What keeps me up at night is the ability to push in those lanes, because that was a huge part of our win condition, right? The Burial Palulu just pushing in hard. God, training here. Improve players by 40 levels. Yeah. I think that's doable early on. I'm happy with that. Okay. Yeah, let's unlock Hero Pool expansion right away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need more heroes. We need more heroes right away. This is going to be a problem otherwise. Yeah, I know I said that we were ending with that game, but I want to get the busy work done so we can just jump right in. Coordination. Creep score, training partner. Let's say training partner for support. Skill cast, creep score. Basic training for everything else. Is this even worth it at this point? No, probably not. I mean, we're going to do it anyway, but... Okay. Basic training for everybody. Let's see what we got here. How many levels did we get? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 16. Okay, 19. Yeah, we're already in a good spot for that. Hero Mastery. Nothing that's necessary, which means we're going to spend those points. Who's our lowest? 132, 131, 136, 153, 131 would be it, right? Okay. So we're going to train Alice in some offense. Wait, hold on. I just realized none of our players actually gained the ability to learn new champs with the patch. We just didn't get that random event. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's a hell difficulty thing, but that's a problem. That is such a huge problem because we don't have Baji. We don't have Peter. We're going to have to learn those through Hero Expansion, which is fine, except Hero Expansion costs a lot. Oh no. Well, that's next time me's problem. We got through the intro. We've done the prologue now, essentially. Hell difficulty truly begins next time around. I think I'll tweet about this at Redshirt King on Twitter or sorry, that's not at Redshirt King. God, that hasn't been the truth for years. At Chase Wassenaar on Twitter, Chase Wassenaar at bsky.social. If you want to follow me, if you want to follow the podcast that I do with Lord Ciades here in chat, the Rough Drafts podcast, where we got our logo here. You can follow us on any platform that does podcasts. We release Final Cut on Mondays. And every week we're not doing that. We release Steam Cleaners, so we do movies and video games. It's a great time. You should go check it out. If you like podcasts and you like people shooting the shit about movies and games, it's a real fun time. You can follow the podcast at Rough Drafts Pod on Twitter and Rough Drafts Podcast on bsky.social. I believe the next stream I want to do Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I want to give myself a little bit more time because we have a lot of games to go in League 2, and I want to see how bad it gets. The hell ride has only just begun, and hopefully those of you in chat enjoyed this. I'll be uploading this to YouTube sooner rather than later. But for now, thank you everyone so much for coming by, and until next time, goodbye, Internet.